rigmarole where the wild things flow. Rigmarole, the voice of the fight. Dolph and James are shining the light.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. What's going on?
No, not a whole lot. Welcome back to another episode of
The Rigmarole Podcast.
Dolph and James.
That's right.
I'm Dolph.
I'm James.
He is James.
I am.
He is.
I am.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got some stuff to talk about, I guess.
What kind of stuff we got to talk about?
Well, I would like to talk about how this episode was not brought to you by things.
What kind of things?
The thingy things.
Like these things?
Yeah, like those things.
Yeah, it is not brought to you by these things,
No.
which are these nuts. Hot cheddar.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so Mr. James, just I guess diving right into it without like diving into anything.
I've never enjoyed diving.
Well, I mean, I can't. I don't swim, so.
I swim, but like jumping in and like cannonballs and stuff like that, that's good, but I don't like diving. I never like that whole head first thing.
No.
I like over-rotate and laying on my back. It's bad.
That's not good.
It's bad.
That's very bad. It's really, really bad. No.
Don't get that started.
But it was really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. Yeah. Have you watched any of the Cobra Kai show?
Yes.
Like, how far into it have you gotten?
I don't think... I know that I've not watched any of the current season, and I know they split the last season in half. I didn't watch any of that, and I'm not sure if I watched the season before that. I'm not positive, but I mean I enjoyed what I have watched of it.
You need to catch up on it. So I watched this last season, which if you have not seen it yet, I'm not going to go into details. But after that, I was like, you know what, I want to rewatch the series, so I'm like currently rewatching. This is a great show. This is a really good show. You know, it's not a good show.
What's not a good show?
I don't know, a lot of stuff, really.
But nothing particular?
Pretty much anything on TBS. Is TBS still around?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much anything on TBS.
Well, maybe now, after the whole, debacle with Leno and stuff like that, and Conan switched over to TBS.
Well, Conan was the exception. Conan was great. But other than Conan, can you think of any other good show that was on TBS?
I think TBS is also where some of the AEW stuff's going on now.
Again, can you think of any good shows that are also on TBS?
Not particularly. TBS seems to be like the rerun, network.
Pretty much, yeah.
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 Unless TBS wants to sponsor us, in which case you make good shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been a fan of TBS for all of 30 seconds now, and you guys are great. Give us money.
Money.
All the money. But no, dude, like I said, I've been watching the Cobra Kai. It's a good show. I need to go back and watch the old 80s movies. Don't say you've never seen them.
I've seen the first one.
Oh, no.
Like, lots and lots and lots of times.
Yeah.
I've seen the second one maybe like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the third one once.
Okay.
And I don't remember hardly anything about it other than it was a chick. And that reboot one with the Smith kid and Jackie Chan, I've seen that once.
The third one was not a chick, sir.
Was that the fourth one? Is there a fourth one?
Yeah.
Oh, then it was the fourth one. I don't think I've seen the third one then.
I believe so, anyways. I want to say, because The first one's the first one, obviously. The second one is where they go over to Okinawa.
Yeah.
And then the third one is the one where he's going to fight Mike Barnes.
That wasn't in the Okinawa thing?
No, the Okinawa thing is the Okinawa thing. You had to fight the Okinawan guy.
Yeah.
Chosen.
Well, then I guess I didn't know. I thought there was... I thought the third one was the next.
No.
Oh.
No.
Then I am incorrect.
It happens a lot.
It does not.
It does. He doesn't think it does, but
it does not.
It really does.
It does not.
Yes, it does. It did this once, at least.
It does not.
But anyways, yeah, no. You seen any good shit lately? Out of curiosity.
The last movie I watched was probably A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. I don't think I've seen that.
Okay.
What's it about?
Oh. From what it seems it's like an alien invasion that is like taken over everything, and there aren't a lot of people left because all of the alien thingies are attracted to sound. So people are trying to be as quiet as possible. If you are not quiet, or if you like make noises, they will come and they will kill you.
Damn.
It's like got John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. So this husband and wife being husband and wife with their kids, attempting to live as quiet as possible.
With their kids?
Yes, including and she's pregnant.
Oh God. That's crazy.
It wasn't bad. I think they got 3 of them now.
You were talking about that, and parents with the kids and all that. I don't know why. Have you seen the Nicolas Cage movie? I think it's just called The Parents. I
don't believe so.
Oh my God. I think it's called Parents or The Parents. Alright, so what it's about is I forget what happened, but there's like some kind of like zombie apocalypse type thing going on. But instead of zombie apocalypse, it's all the adults get infected and they kill their kids. And it's, imagine Nicolas Cage and his wife chasing their children around the house.
Sounds familiar. Like maybe I've seen part of it.
It's a great movie. It's hilarious. It's dark as shit, but it's funny. You need to watch it.
Okay.
Watch it, people. Watch it.
Did you watch the FNAF movie?
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
I went into it with very low expectations for multiple reasons. Number one, it seems to me that most of the time when they take a video game and turn it into a movie, it's usually shit. Secondly, I didn't know where they were going, where they were going to try to go with it. There's just so much lore. There's there's the books, there's the games, there's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different medias. And I went into it with low expectations because my son wanted to watch it. Was pleasantly surprised. I
wish it would have been scarier.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. The question is, because of that, and this is what made me think of that. Did you watch Willy's Wonderland?
Willy's Wonderland. It sounds really familiar, but no.
It is basically, it was before the FNAF movie, about a year and a half before.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same kind of concept, except it's, an abandoned pizzeria type place. And it gets guarded for the night by Nicolas Cage.
Oh, good Lord.
And he has to attempt to stay alive and fight all of the animatronic things that are also trying to kill everybody else in the place.
So 100% a FNAF ripoff.
Oh, yeah.
Why have I not heard of this?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that sounds worth watching.
Willy's Wonderland.
Okay. Nicolas Cage, huh? I like Nick Cage. He's funny.
I still haven't seen that one movie that's like Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage, where he's supposed to like hang out with, I think it's like the Pedro Pascal guy, and then a bunch of crazy shit happens.
I have not seen it yet either. I've been wanting to watch it, and I've seen it like streaming, and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I keep meaning to watch it. I just ain't got around to it yet.
I bet it's good though. It looks good. Does.
I like Nick Cage.
He's good. He's good.
The bees! The bees!
The Bees?
Uh-huh.
What's that from?
Oh, God. I knew until you asked me that.
You can't just throw out a quote.
I knew that until you asked. I swear to God, I knew the name of that until you...
bees.
They put the big thing on his head and covered it and filled it full of bees.
Oh, that does sound familiar. But I have no idea.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that seems like it should, like, immediately jog and, like...
I know, the name, as soon as you asked me that, it went away. I had it, and then it went away.
That's funny. I loved him in Kick-Ass.
We should call him Ass Kick.
He's great. Good old Nick Cage.
Yeah.
You know what movie they need to make, and I think we've said this multiple times. We need a live action Space Ghost movie, but not like a comedy one. I'd watch that too.
Oh, you mean like full on serious, kind of like that one Origin comic thing?
Yeah, by DC. Yes. Would love to watch that shit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
But I would totally watch an animated coast to coast full length feature.
Yeah. I'd be happy if they just made more coast to coast.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that too. It's a lot of people, like, he could start interviewing like influencers now.
Yes.
That would be great. Like fucking Logan Paul on there.
No, that's okay. He doesn't have to be on there.
He would make fun of him. It would be good. Well, yeah.
Nick Cage.
The Bees! The Bees!
Face Off.
That was not in Face Off.
No, but that was a great movie.
Yeah. Fucking Face Off too. The Bees! No, it is a really good movie.
I think both of them did a really good job of playing each other.
Yeah, no, they did.
Literally had to both go in and basically learn two different roles, and then how the other one was playing the other role, and they did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, because of that, I don't think they could have picked two better actors at the time to do it. They're both really, really, really good, rangeful.
They need to remake that movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart.
And bees! The Rock, that would work. That'd be funny as hell. Yeah, I think that'd be the problem. It'd be too funny.
Yeah, I know. It's just, it was just funny. It's just a polar opposite difference.
Christopher Walken and Gary Busey.
That's almost the same.
Whoa!
The bees!
You've got my face! Give it back! No.
I like the face.
I like this face.
This face is better than my face.
Good Lord. Oh, shit. We need to make a cartoon. So, like, what if? Hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
This face tastes like chicken.
That's funny. We should make, like, a short series of, like, maybe, like, 4-minute episode cartoons of what if this movie
had these actors instead?
Yes.
I'm all about that. That sounds great.
We should do that. That'd be a fantastic thing.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think there's a lot of potential there. I do. But yeah, no, Face Off was a good... And pretty much any John Woo film was fantastic. I think.
I like John Travolta being a bad guy.
Yeah. Broken Arrow is one of my favorite movies. What?
Okay.
It's a great movie. It is fantastic.
I enjoy Broken Arrow.
Okay.
I really do. And I really like John Travolta in that movie. I hate Christian Slater.
I'm not a Christian Slater fan either.
He has the same problem that I have with, like...
Keanu Reeves?
Not so much. Keanu broke out of it. Eventually.
No, he didn't.
I'd say once you get to John Wick, he broke out of it.
He's the same character in John Wick, in my opinion.
And he's completely different in, like, Bill and Ted.
He has two characters. He has I'm a stoner, or I'm a very serious guy.
Which is still one more than Christian Slater.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair. But, like, okay, if you're going to pick a Christian Slater film to like, it should be Broken Arrow.
I agree with that.
It's a good
But
movie.
again, he's just like, I got thrown out of a plane. They're gonna blow up they're gonna do a nuclear bomb. They're gonna do this. This one's yours. I'm gonna put a 20 down. I mean, it's just everything. Everything's exactly the same. And not just that, but like that chick that was in Broken Arrow, she just reminds me of like the generic Sandra Bullock person.
You know who that is, don't you?
It doesn't matter.
It's the girl that played Princess Daisy in the live action Mario Brothers movie.
Well, that explains everything.
It does.
But like I said, it's like they wanted Sandra Bullock, but even she read that and went, "I'm not acting next to Christian Slater. That's like
funny.
a fucking piece of wood, and you give me a cardboard cutout of the guy, and it's practically the same fucking thing."
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I didn't know how anti-Slater you were.
Yes.
Good Lord.
I mean, it's just like that. I mean, the only time I've seen that man have any kind of excitement were in the very, very brief seconds that they would switch back to him during, like, Interview with a Vampire, and he was like, "This is amazing," hearing the story. And that was it. The rest of it, he's just like, "So, you're a vampire? Oh, you did this? Oh. Well, what else did you do?" Amazing. Incredible. I need more Valium. I mean, he just... it's almost like watching Ben Stein, but without the funny.
So, like, if we could remember what that Nicolas Cage movie was, if he'd have been in that, he'd be like, the bees.
Yes.
That's funny. I'm not going to say he's that bad. He's bad. He's not quite that bad. Not as bad as your...
He's pretty bad, though.
He's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
I'll give you that.
Everything else about that movie's great, though.
It is. It's fantastic.
Still, though, I mean, we're talking... I'm in a mine, and it's being flooded, and there's a nuclear bomb in here, and I'm just going to stay this calm throughout the entire thing. It's not even a... I mean, it's not even just like a, "Oh, fuck!" I mean, you would think that'd be me.
Well, yeah.
He
nuclear
just
bombs,
like,
nuclear bombs.
and he just, yeah.
Oh, after this fucking podcast, dude, that's probably going to be my new thing for, like, the next week. I'll just be talking to him, be like, ugh.
Which I understand that's what I do when I talk about emo people, too, but, I mean, it's practically like that.
What's your problem with emo people?
I don't hate emo people, but it's that same
dislike them?
thing. They go, "Ugh, everything sucks." Oh.
I like emo people. I wish my lawn was emo. It'd cut itself. Sorry.
I hear horns.
I think it's a train. Do-do-do-do-do. Y'all won't get that. That's alright, though. You don't need to.
That's funny.
Let's see. I don't know, like, I got Travolta on the brain now. You've seen Phenomenon, haven't you?
Yes.
Great movie.
Phenomenon.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I watched it not too long ago. My wife had never seen it before. We watched it.
Probably been a good 15 years.
Really?
Yep.
I try not to wait that long between views of good movies.
It's... I don't know. That kind of reminds... That's like Field of Dreams, It's one of those
Love
things.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Kevin Costner, I like Kevin Costner, but he isn't really too much over. He's kind of the same, almost. You gotta admit, I mean, think about it. He never gets hardly super excited about it. I love Waterworld.
I'm sitting here thinking of the roles he's played, and I don't think it's an acting problem as much as it is the type of characters that he's been given.
You mean the ones that he picks?
Farmer / baseball player, right? And then you got what the dude, the dad in Swing Vote. He's just the average country guy. And then you got Waterworld. He's just fucking dude
The
by
Mariner.
himself. Yeah. And then not Field of Dreams, but what was the other one?
Dances with Wolves.
You know, I've never seen Dances with Wolves.
How dare you?
Never seen it.
It's a good movie.
Cooper. Sorry, guys. My dog. What's up, buddy? What's up, little guy?
No, but that's a good movie.
Yeah.
He was and he was like, what's his name? He was Superman's dad.
Yeah. A farmer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's playing the same...
And I know it's not a movie, but all the Yellowstone stuff.
That was a good show.
Yeah. But, I mean, he doesn't show a lot of emotion.
No, not so much, but...
And what about that one movie where, like, his wife died and he keeps on, like, seeing her all the time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like every time there's, like, static going on and then, like, he's, like, seeing ghosts and shit.
I don't know what you're referring to.
You don't know?
No, maybe that's the same movie of The Beast.
That is not The Beast.
It could be The Beast.
I said Kevin Costner.
Like, he could be playing alongside a Nick Cage.
Dragonfly?
Never seen it.
I think that's the name of the movie.
Never seen it. What's up, people?
I believe. Yeah. 2002.
Okay.
Thriller fantasy.
Thriller fantasy. Now, you said ghosts and static, and that just reminded me of Sir Echoes with Mr. Kevin Bacon.
Oh.
You seen that one?
The name sounds really familiar. I don't know if I've ever seen it. It's not like the Hollow Man.
Was it Stir of Echoes? Yeah, Stir of Echoes.
It's not the Hollow Man.
I am the Hollow Man. That's so funny. That's so good.
Yeah, I never understood. That was one thing. I remember watching that a long time ago when y'all did that, and it was funny.
Yeah.
But I always went, why is it the Hollow Man? Why isn't it just Hollow Man?
Yeah.
I am Hollow Man. It's the Hollow Man.
It's the Hollow Man.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
just, I always wondered.
I don't know. It was funny. It was a good time. Oh, man. But yeah, I'm trying to think, man.
My woman hates Bacon.
Kevin Bacon?
Hates him. Hates just looking at him. He don't even have to talk. She just hates the guy.
Why?
I don't know. Something about the way he looks. Something's like some like super sleazy, not cool guy.
No.
But she feels the same way about Tom Cruise.
Well, he's got a middle tooth.
But the funny thing is, like Tom Cruise, I finally like she actually likes the Mission Impossible movies. I got her to watch those. But for the longest time, I couldn't get her to watch anything with Tom Cruise. And the only thing I got her to agree to watch, was Edge of Tomorrow. And the only way I got her to watch that was with the promise of watching him die repeatedly.
That's funny. That's fair. That's fair. Kevin Bacon. What did you think? And I'm sure you've seen it. I'm hoping. What did you think about R.I.P.D.? I know it's a little older now, but
Was that basically the Ghost Men in Black movie?
yeah,
Was that Kevin Bacon?
he was the bad guy.
Oh, that's right. It's been a long...
Yeah.
Look, I've seen it a few times. I can't remember much of it.
Yeah,
I just can't. But I remember enjoying it.
no, it was great.
Oh, and hey, this is the clicker
That's the clicker.
that we talk about.
Terry's not here today.
Yeah. So I'd be Terry.
You don't look like Terry. Don't look like Terry at all. Not a bit. But no, I feel like they're just not making as good as movies nowadays as they used to.
The last thing I went to the theater to see, I think, might have been the Deadpool Wolverine.
Okay, see, that's...
No, I enjoyed that.
Now, see, and here's what I like about, like, the Deadpool movies, the Marvel movies in general. They're not just, like, flashy special effects. They are. But they're well written. There's comedy. Like, there's actual funny stuff in there. There's good story. But for the most part nowadays, it just seems like people are like, what kind of visual effects can we put in this movie?
That may be true, but I do think, regardless of how much I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't think the story was that great in that movie.
It was alright.
It wasn't bad.
It was funny.
And I'm talking about the actual story.
The plot,
Yes, the actual plot was not that great. But it didn't have to be. That was the point. It was just a framing device to basically make fan service the movie.
Yeah.
And that's okay sometimes.
It is okay.
Sometimes that's absolutely fine.
It worked out. I think it worked out pretty well.
It didn't want to flip.
It's so loud.
It goes click.
It like vibrates the table every time you press a button.
Not anymore.
True. I bet it's still going to be loud. The clicker.
Still though, I am really looking forward to the next few years of Marvel now.
I am too.
Because besides the fact that they earned back some of my trust with that last movie, I have faith that they are going to do Fantastic Four good for once.
Me too.
And
Secret Wars.
I'm almost more excited for
Doomsday?
the concept of Secret Wars than I am Doomsday.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling he's going to be in Secret Wars.
I have no doubt.
I mean, he'll have to be.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they are going to follow old school Secret Wars or more of the more recent Secret Wars that happened like in the last 10 years.
That's a really good question. What's the key differences between the two?
If I remember right, and I could be wrong on this because it's been a while. If I remember right, on the original one, I believe it, and I could be wrong on this, it was the Beyonder, I'm wanting to say, that pulled a lot of people together and put them on a planet.
The Beyonder's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, and put a bunch of people on a planet and said, fight.
Oh, shit.
But, I mean, this was it wasn't everybody, but, I mean, I'm talking about, like, Captain America, Spider-Man, a couple of the X-Men, bunch of the bad guys were there, too. Magneto, Doom, Galactus. So, all kinds of people were there. And there was a big fight. That was also how... And this is one of the reasons why it makes me feel like I think they might combine the storylines together a little bit, because you can tell that they're trying to eventually bring that symbiote over to Marvel. And that the original Secret Wars story was how Spider-Man got the black suit initially.
Oh, very cool.
His costume got messed up and he needed a new one, and he ended up getting the symbiote on that planet in space.
That's cool. That is very, very cool.
The newer Secret Wars storyline, that was, and this is why it kind of makes me also feel that they're probably going with this, is, if I remember right, it was like a bunch of different realities and planets were kind of crashing together and destroying themselves. And I don't remember how they fixed it. I think it might have been the Molecule Man or something. But either way, they ended up merging a bunch of these planets and timelines together into one planet that I believe they called Battle World.
Oh, shit.
And that was where God King Doom was in charge of everything.
Oh, wow.
That was also how they brought, the Old Man Logan from that timeline into the current Marvel timeline with everything else.
That's cool.
And it would also explain how, if they did that, they said that Fantastic Four movie is supposed to be in a different universe.
Oh.
But they're going to have to come over.
Yeah.
So that would explain how they could do that if they were combining all that shit together, like in the newer one.
I think I like that plot line a little better than the original one. No, you mentioned Galactus, dude. I want to see Galactus actually on the screen done correctly.
They are in the new final. They said he will be in the new Fantastic Four movie, and he is not going to be a cloud.
He's not going to be a fucking cloud. Thank God.
There's only one thing that there are some people that have a problem with about this new movie, but the thing is, if you actually again go into it and look at everything, there is a precedent for it in the comics. It's not just them doing their
bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's that. They said Silver Surfer is going to be in the new one. also.
Okay.
But it's not the regular one like people always think about. It's the female one that they had for a while.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but you know how a lot of people automatically freak out if they see a woman. They just and don't get me wrong, I get tired of all the woke shit too, but everybody always claims anytime there's a woman, that's where they're going.
Well, and the thing is like, there is a lot of, there's been a lot of changes to a lot of, like, you know, original content, as far as like race swaps, gender swaps, things like that. And that's just for inclusion and whatnot. And for the most part, I have no problem with it. Like, I can watch a movie and be like, okay, so here you go.
I got one here in a minute, too.
Daredevil.
That was going to be mine.
The original Daredevil. Michael Clark Duncan. Look, Kingpin was not supposed to be black. Originally, I was like, no, I'm not racist. Stop it. But I was just like, okay, he's not supposed to be black. I don't know how this is going to go.
This is not brought to you by D's Nuts.
That's right. Don't be a Nazi. But Michael Clark Duncan killed it. He absolutely killed it. I had no problem with him as Kingpin. Now, I will say...
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yes. That man was born to be Kingpin.
I also... That was going to be mine. I had no problem whatsoever with Michael Clark Duncan being Kingpin. Because the thing is...
He was the saving grace of that movie.
Well, I agree, but the thing... Well, one of them. But this is the thing. Miss. That was funny.
It was stupid.
This is the thing.
You clearly do.
A character like Kingpin... Honestly, you can do that with any race.
You can.
And it's not a thing. But there are some people... Like Black Panther, for an example. There is some people that you cannot race swap. It just would not make sense.
True, I guess.
Even though there are some white people over in Africa.
There are.
So you might be able to. That'd be weird.
He'd be like, Wakanda forever. Jesus. Oh, no. I really have no problem with stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of people that get super bent out of shape about it. I'm just like, look, just they're trying something new. Does it really take that much away from the character? Not really.
Most of the time, it does not. Occasionally, it does.
Sometimes it does.
And when that happens, that's upsetting.
Yeah, that's when you can be like, all right, well, that's some bullshit. But for the most part, don't freak out over it without giving it a try first. At least give it a chance. Yeah. Like next week, James will be played by a Samoan woman.
This is news to me.
No. But y'all are just going to have to be okay with it. It's not going to take away from your character. Unless it does.
Oh. Wow. Okay. I mean, it's not like all that stupid shit like a couple years ago when they were saying that like little white girls couldn't put on the Moana costumes for Halloween because they're not actual Samoan.
But that's stupid.
No, yeah, I mean it's Halloween.
I was gonna say I think all rules should go out the window when it comes to Halloween and dressing up.
I agree, and this is the other thing.
All rules.
This is the. I agree.
Yeah.
But this is the other thing. I think as far as when movies are concerned, especially when it comes to voiceover work, they need to quit being so fucking stupid with it.
What do you mean?
Like, they switched out actors for Cleveland.
Why?
Because it was a white guy doing the voice.
Wow.
I mean, the guy's trying to do the voice exactly the same. You can barely tell the difference. That's not the point,
That's
though.
not the point.
Yeah, because this is the thing. It's called acting. You were supposed to act as somebody different than what you actually are. I mean, period. I mean, that'd be like saying, you know, I'm going to make this movie about a paraplegic and that guy's not disabled, so he can't play this role.
Yeah, and like, what about the British people that play American actors?
Which happens constantly. You don't know how many times I've watched stuff and then I watch interviews with the people and then they start talking British and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Tom Holland, fucking Spider-Man.
Rick Grimes.
Yeah. fucking shit.
Even House.
I was gonna say Hugh Laurie, House, yeah.
Even though going back and then realizing that he was like one of the robber people in the live action 101 Dalmatians from way back then, and I just didn't know who he was.
Yeah. That's good stuff. But I mean, like, it's the same concept. It's the exact same concept. If you're gonna pull people from voiceover work because they're not racially the same as their character, and it's been working for years and nobody had a problem with it, then yeah, British people should not play American actors or characters. Vice versa. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, Braveheart's a great movie, but I mean, they you know, that's like, you know, Mel Gibson being Scottish.
Isn't he actually Scottish, though?
No, he's Australian.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
No.
I didn't think so.
Not a bit. Oh. I watched that episode of South Park with Mel Gibson.
Oh, when they were trying to get a refund for the Passion of the Christ?
Yes. And he was a nut. He was insane. Loved it. Loved every bit of it.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
I love how, especially on the older ones like that, it was just, you know, they put the actual celebrity's face on it.
Yeah.
Just be the little cartoon body, and then, yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Good stuff. Oh.
I like Mel Gibson.
See, I was talking about South Park, and you were talking about how they make them talk, and I was going to say, you know, that's the same way they make the Canadians talk in the show. Then I start thinking about Canadians. Have you watched Trailer Park Boys?
A few times, not constantly or anything.
What do you think? What do you think of it? What is your general assessment of?
I'd have to watch more of it to give you any kind of anything.
You should, man. But, and this is the reason why.
Did you watch any Letterkenny?
I love Letterkenny.
I've watched like 4 episodes of that.
Yeah,
I need to watch more. I enjoyed it.
Good, yeah. But now, did Trailer Park Boys goes for several seasons, and then the very last episode was going to be what it was. They had a crap ton of mushrooms, like an insane amount, and then they ate them because they were getting busted. And then they just started tripping balls, and that's how the series ended. Well, then they decided they wanted to keep going, so they made an animated series.
And that was like them tripping?
That was them tripping. The entire animated series is them just stuck on mushrooms.
That sounds great.
And they're like, oh, we're cartoons. Does that mean cartoon rules apply? And they do. And it's great.
Excellent.
It's wonderful. You should watch it.
Excellent.
Do it.
It's a little thing. Warner Brothers for the last good while, the people been really pissed off at them for the last couple years because they keep on making movies and then right before they come out they cancel them and just like shelve it just so they can get money back for it. Like they did that with the Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
Which again, there wasn't a whole lot of people that were super excited for it except for me. Number one, they did have Michael Keaton being Batman again in that.
That would have been good.
And they had Brendan Fraser being Firefly. And I wanted to see that.
I'm not a Firefly fan by any means, but I'm a huge Brendan Fraser fan.
I think he would have did it well. And they finished that movie. And then they just said, nope. And the other one they did was Coyote versus Acme.
That might be good.
It was a live-action movie with Wile E. Coyote suing Acme for all of the bad products that backfired against him.
That is wonderful.
John Cena was in it.
That's great.
And they canceled it after they finished it.
But why?
Because they thought they would get more money putting it on the shelf and sell than they would putting it out in theaters.
That's ridiculous.
They had another one that they did that too, but like with Coyote versus Acme, when they got done, right before they did that, they tried to shop it to a few people to see if anybody wanted to buy it, and Netflix was interested, but they didn't want to pay them as much money as they asked for it.
Oh yeah.
So it got shelved, but they were going to do the same thing. There's this other movie, it's a Looney Tunes movie coming out, completely animated for the first time. Because you look back and there's like, like the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie and shit like that, but it's mostly a bunch of old cartoons put together with a few little extra bumpers added in.
Yeah.
But this is like the first full length for theater animated Looney Tune movie.
Okay.
And they were going to shelve that too, but people actually did buy that, and it's coming out in theaters here shortly.
Okay.
But I think it's a Daffy Duck Porky Pig movie, called like The Day the Earth Blew Up or something like that. and the early reviews came in amazing for it.
Okay.
And I'm excited. I will go see it.
I'm not a huge Looney Tunes fan.
Well, I'm gonna go see it just because the fact that I believe that maybe if I do that, and I know it's not just me, and I know I'm not gonna help, but maybe if enough people go do that they'll keep it going. Because I don't know, something like that's like that classic, been around for that long. I don't want it to disappear. I want to be able to share it with kids and it keep going.
That's fair. That's a good point. Man, I mean,
like the Muppets.
The Muppets.
I love the Muppets. I still love the Muppets.
I loved the Muppets when I was younger. I don't anymore.
When was the last time you watched any Muppets?
Oh, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. It was one of the movies, and I can't see any of the movies.
Well, was it a newer movie or an older movie?
I've not liked any of the ones I've seen. Like the Muppets Take Manhattan or whatever.
No, I don't like that movie. I never liked that movie.
Stupid.
No, but Muppet Christmas Carol was like...
Don't like it.
I love that movie. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's like Michael Caine, and it's good.
Oh,
no, it's Michael Caine. It's good.
Well, Michael Caine's fun, but...
That's Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Or what about, like, the... God, I can't remember. It was like maybe 15 years ago. There was like... Close to 15 years ago, there was that movie. It was like just the Muppets, and it had main dude from... How I Met Your Mother in it.
What main dude?
The Marshall guy.
You think Marshall's the main dude?
No, but he's one of the main dudes. I didn't mean he's the main dude. I mean, because he's not the main
Ted's
dude.
The main dude.
Yes, Ted. But I'm talking about Marshall. I'm talking about the one with Marshall.
I like Marshall.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Muppet movie
That's not
with
his
Marshall.
Name.
You know who the fuck I'm talking about.
I do.
But anyway, did you see that one?
No.
That's a really good one.
I probably won't watch it.
It doesn't matter. It's really good.
You know what movie I like? I like that one movie with Nicolas Cage in it.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Did you... Wait a minute. About 5 years ago, there was a movie that was made by Brian Henson.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Who's Brian Henson?
Jim Henson's son.
Oh, cool.
But it had nothing to do with that. But it was an R-rated, very, very raunchy comedy with puppets.
What was it called?
The Felt Face Murder or something weird like
I know what you're
that.
talking about, yeah.
Did you watch that?
I think I've seen bits and pieces of it.
That was interesting.
That was Jim Henson's son that did that?
Yes, and they liked Disney because they own the Muppets. They tried to sue him initially because they were like, "You can't tell this is not a Muppet," but they won. So
Disney won?
No.
Oh, Brian Henson won?
Fuck yeah.
That's funny. He goes, "Hey, my dad invented the Muppets."
It's like at no point during this does it say it's a Muppet.
That's great.
You do not control puppets.
I mean, Disney likes to think they control everything. By the way, we are not brought to you by Disney. Definitely not. But
unless
we wouldn't say no.
Yeah, yay, Purity Rings and Jonas Brothers and shit.
I mean, I think we'd get away with a little bit more. I mean, isn't technically the Deadpool Wolverine movie Disney?
Yes.
I'm just saying, like, they're not as wholesome. Well, they've never really been as wholesome as they claim to be.
Yeah, but I mean, there's more so than like the old Don Bluth movies.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You don't know what?
Disney's always had that. I think they're just they're really good at hiding that they're not fucked up.
I don't know. They're not that good.
Well, not anymore, but they used to be pretty good at it.
Yeah, but I mean, all I'm saying is, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, go back and watch some of those old Don Bluth movies from back then. Mm-hmm. There's some scary shit in that. And I'm
What
just
is Don
going...
Bluth?
Huh?
Who's Don Bluth? Why you give me the Sam Jackson eyeballs? He's giving me the Sam Jackson eyeballs. Stop it! Just tell me who Don Bluth is. He's not gonna tell me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For what?
Don Bluth was he was an animator for Disney back in the day.
Why do I know that?
Hold on.
Okay.
And eventually he wasn't happy with the way that Disney was treating their animators and shit. And he left with a bunch of their animators. And then he opened his own studio.
Well, you've told me the story before.
Okay.
I think.
Well, either way,
Continue.
when he left and he made his own studio.
No.
And that studio, like they made an American Tail. With the Fievel, you know.
I love Fievel.
They made The Land Before Time. They made The Secret of Nim. Anastasia was that. Those old Dragon's Lair video games from the arcade that was all animated. And that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. All those... A lot of those cartoons from back then, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of those, if you really go back and look at those, there's some creepy ass shit in there. Go back, watch All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
And watch that whole hell sequence again.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, and even Land Before Time, there's a lot of freaky stuff with like the shark tooth when it's chasing them. That's not little kid movie shit.
Yeah, but
Not really. Even an
Little
American
kids-
Tail with Fievel's got some shit in it.
But see, little kids were different back then, and I think that's why, like, you know, there's just... I'm gonna sound like such an asshole. There's just so much coddling nowadays. Everybody's like, well, you gotta be this with little kids. You
I
gotta be
agree
that. And
completely, but I kind of feel that still most of those movies should have at least got a PG.
I don't know, man. Like, I never had nightmares from Land Before Time or All Dogs Go to Heaven. Never fucked me
Neither
up.
did I.
Yeah.
But going back and watching it now, I'm like, God, I watched that when I was little.
Yeah, but you only say that because of the stuff nowadays to compare it to for kids. Like fucking Paw Patrol. Like, you can't put them in the same category, even though technically they're in the same category.
That's true. I remember, we talk about stuff like that you said you don't remember having nightmares and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember two particular things from when I was little
Okay.
that stuck with me for a long time.
Teddy Ruxpin?
No, I'm talking about cartoon shit.
Okay. Okay.
No, fucking Teddy Ruxpin. Fucking Mr. Bucket.
Hey. Okay. Mr. Bucket's fucking terrifying.
So is Teddy Ruxpin.
Alright, anyways, your cartoons.
Two of them. And I know it was one I brought up before and you said you had no idea what I was talking about. But one of them was one episode of Maya the Bee. And it was... One of the characters on there was a worm. And the bad guys were... I can't remember if they were wasps or hornets that they had messed with. But either way, this worm got stung. And his, ass end swelled up really big. And they were saying the only way they could save the worm is they'd have to cut it in half. Because, worms will regrow.
Yeah.
But still, I was 5... And they got one of those big beetles that came out with the big chomper looking things on the front of it. And the worms go, no, don't do it. And they chopped him in half. And he's like, ah! And screaming the whole time. I distinctly remember that. And I still remember that. It bugged me for a long time.
It bugged you?
Yes.
It bugged. That's what.
And the other one was...
That sounds awful.
And the other one was an old classic Looney Tune. And it was one of the ones where... I can't remember if it was the Weasel or the Chicken Hawk, but it was a Foghorn Leghorn cartoon. I think it might have been the Weasel. And it was he was running, and as he was running, his foot went down in a hole, and he was stuck, and he couldn't get his foot out. And inside the hole, it was on a frying pan, and they had fire on it, and he was just like, ah! And he'd jump up, and his foot come back down. He couldn't get out of the hole, and it was burning his foot.
Damn.
And that messed with me for a long time.
Yeah, I mean... But, I mean, you know, those old school Looney Tunes were technically not made for kids.
That's very true.
Technically.
It's just weird how some things like that can stick with you.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't make a whole lot of sense or going back. I can watch that now and I'm fine, but it's not...
that first one you were talking about, I could understand. That that sounds awful. But no, I mean, it's just, you know, things aren't made the same way anymore.
That's true. They got like a new Maya to be out now, and they like preschooled the fuck out of that show, and it's not what it was.
No. I don't know, man. I think that's... I mean, we could sit here for hours and talk about what the problems in America are.
But we're not doing that. We're talking about TV and movies and shit.
TV and movies, yeah. That's what... Yeah. Oh, man. The bees!
What are some movies that you watched when you were young that you feel that you shouldn't have watched when you were young?
A lot. A lot.
I remember the first one I can think of that I watched that I definitely shouldn't have watched when I was young was RoboCop.
Yeah.
I remember because there was like that RoboCop cartoon that was on. And I remember seeing that and going like, yeah, he's cool. And then I was going to the library where you rent movies at the library, and there was RoboCop, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that. And my grandparents were like, sure. And I remember I got it and took it back to my bedroom and put it in. And I started watching it, and I was like, ah! But I watched it. I watched the whole thing.
One of the most fucking brutal death scenes, is that fucking him getting killed.
Well, especially the uncensored version, if you've seen that.
Yeah, oh, I have.
I mean, but it took years. That didn't come out till we were like, close to grown.
Yeah, and it's fucking God.
But it was bad enough in the regular one.
Yeah.
For me, it was like that initial, it was that initial Ed 209 shooting the guy in the office.
Yeah. Let's see, no,
But that's the first one I can remember I definitely should not have watched at that point.
No, we watched. I mean, we didn't get. You know, I mean, obviously, porn, but we didn't get sheltered like that. My parents were just like,
Mom didn't shelter me that much either.
Yeah.
Very rarely was there a movie she didn't want me to watch.
Yeah, like my parents would never say, "Hey, y'all go in the room. Y'all don't need to watch this movie." That never happened. We'd watch a movie, and if me and Joe didn't like it or we had a problem with it, we'd get up and go to our room. We never got told. And
Mom did occasionally go like, "Did you understand what just happened?" or something like that, and talk to me about it if it was something that was, Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can't pinpoint a specific movie, but I know like. I know we watched a lot of movies that we should not have been watching.
I think I was like 8 when Mom had me watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's funny.
I definitely should not have watched that at 8.
No.
But I did.
No, definitely not. I remember we went to the drive-in when Jurassic Park had just come out.
That's funny. I'll get this in. I remember the first time I went to a drive-in, and I remember what we saw.
Was it Flintstones or Jurassic Park?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't remember how old I was. I could figure it out whenever Jurassic Park came out. I was young, and I remember having a big problem with the scene. Out of all scenes, the scene in the kitchen with the kids and the raptors, that fucked with me.
Jurassic Park was the first movie I remember that actually did give me nightmares, because I did see that in the theaters.
Yeah.
But for that, well, there were two things about that. I'm going to have to explain a little bit more for that. But the first nightmare was me laying in bed, and I couldn't move. And I'm just like staring up at the ceiling. And I could hear the footprints. Just the boom, boom, boom. And it'd keep on doing it and getting louder, and then it'd just stop. And then all of a sudden it would come through the roof, kind of like it did on a car. You know what I mean? And just... And then I'd wake up.
That's awful.
It was bad.
Yeah.
The other one, and this is going to be funny. Do you remember Puff the Magic Dragon?
I remember Puff.
Okay. At the beginning of Puff...
Fucking grown man talking about dragons.
That's funny. At the beginning of Puff, he would always walk past the window.
Yeah.
And then he'd come back and say, "Did you see a dragon?" Blah, 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 blah. And he'd talk and they'd jump in the window. I used to watch a lot of Puff back then. So after that, after Jurassic Park, besides that other one, the other one was I was sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden a raptor would walk past the window, just like Puff.
Oh, God.
And it would come back around and, look in the window. And one of the last things Puff said on that cartoon was, "Where's your magic stuff?" And so this raptor would come back, look at me, and go, "Where's your magic stuff?" And then go, and jump out in the window and grab me.
Oh, that's slightly comical and then terrifying.
But I haven't, it's not like I've had that in a long time, but I definitely remember it. It was that kind of mark.
Fuck. That's crazy, man.
But no, the first time
buddy.
the first time I went to a drive-in,
Yeah.
it was past that. It was past Flintstones and stuff. It was a triple feature that night.
Oh, nice.
It was Disney's Hercules, followed by Gone Fishing,
Love Gone Fishing.
followed by Con Air.
Con Air's good, too.
Nicolas Cage. The Beast!
Sorry. Those are all good movies.
Yeah, I don't think I was quite ready for Con Air then, but I watched it and I enjoyed it.
It's a good movie.
It was good.
Such a good movie. Gone Fishing's great, dude. I haven't seen that one in forever.
I completely forgot about Gone Fishing. Other than that,
9/11.
I don't remember anything about Gone Fishing.
Really? You don't remember the whole lightning stuff?
I don't remember anything about Gone
Oh
Fishing.
my God, dude, you need to watch that. I need to watch that. Fucking Joe Pesci doing anything that's not serious is great.
Oh yeah.
Joe Pesci's hilarious.
Do you remember With Honors?
Doesn't ring a bell.
I believe, if I remember right, that was like Brendan Fraser in college with a bunch of people, and Joe Pesci was a bum. And they like brought him in and was being nice to him, and he's like telling him all these life lessons and shit. It's kind of serious, but it's a pretty good movie.
I'll have to check that out. Never seen it. It sounds good.
I believe that's what it's called. I believe it's With Honors.
With Honors, okay. You ever seen Monkey Bone?
I have seen Monkey Bone, but it's been a long time.
It's been a very long time for me too.
Like Cool World.
What's Cool World?
Cool World is like... What's a good way to put this? It's like reverse Roger Rabbit on crack.
Oh my God.
It's mostly, like, it starts out real life, and then it's like, where it's got Brad Pitt, and then it's like he is in this really dark, seedy cartoon world where a bunch of crap happens, and I think a cartoon gets into the real world and starts killing people and doing shit. But it's pretty good. I mean, it's dark and...
Roger Rabbit was another one of those movies that kind of fucked with me a little bit when I was younger.
Never fucked with me.
The Dip.
Well, nobody likes the shoe. Everybody's upset about that shoe.
Not even just shoe. Just Christopher Lloyd in general. Whenever he...
Can you guess what this is?
Yeah. Creepy.
Excellent.
Creepy. It's good. That's a great movie now. I love it now.
I didn't know for years that Bob Hoskins was English.
Who's Bob Hoskins?
Eddie Valiant.
Oh, yeah, Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And
British.
Smee.
Yeah, Smee.
I love Hook.
Hook is one of my favorite movies, dude.
There's a lot of people that don't like Hook.
It's great.
I love Hook.
It is fantastic.
Robin Williams, fucking Dennis Hoffman.
Yeah.
Is like the
Dustin Hoffman.
That's what I meant. I was thinking of Dennis Hopper for a minute. But
Koopa.
yeah, monkey. But yeah, man, Dustin Hoffman. That's Hook as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
That will always be Hook.
Yeah, he was perfect. And it was a great concept because you've got all these renditions of Peter Pan being a kid. That was the only one where he had grown up, and it was good. It was so good, really good story.
Not just that, but it took me years to know. But Glenn Close,
Yeah,
the Boo Box.
yeah.
I didn't know that was her.
I didn't know that until Oh, 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, and she just wanted to be that dude for some reason.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah. It's a great movie, dude. I love
and
that
again,
movie.
Smee, he was great.
What about Smee?
Smee's me.
I love that movie.
Yeah, and he was like, what was it? It's Peter fucking Flying Pan. And for years I thought he said fucking.
Yeah. Well, that's what he was wanting to say.
No. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. Yes, it's one of my all-time favorites. 100%.
Yeah, it's not like that kind of crappy Peter Pan movie that had like Hugh Jackman as Hook.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Have you seen the show Once Upon a Time?
I watched some of it, but I didn't like watch all of it. You know, it's like she was watching it, and I would watch some of it every now and then.
It's worth watching to a certain point. The reason I'm bringing it up is their portrayal of Peter Pan is probably my favorite portrayal of Peter Pan.
I don't know why, but for some reason when I think of Once Upon a Time, I automatically start thinking of like Supernatural at the same time.
I love Supernatural.
I've watched most of that. I've watched almost all of that. I mean, I've seen the ending. I've seen, you know what I'm... No,
Don't skip around.
This is what I mean. It's not that. It's just I've missed a few episodes here and there, but I've watched it for the most part.
Okay.
And the Scooby-Doo episode was awesome.
Oh, yes. Do you like Supernatural?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the Scooby Natural episode is great.
Yeah.
You know, the whole time Dean's just trying to get with Daphne.
Well, yeah.
It's fantastic. That's such a good show. I don't think I've ever talked to you about Supernatural.
It wasn't like my favorite thing, but I've watched it.
It's so good. It's so good. You know they got Jared Padalecki doing Walker Texas Ranger now?
Yeah, I know.
I've not watched it.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I don't plan to.
Neither do I.
Chuck is the only Texas
You know
Ranger.
what messed with me was because of my girlfriend. Before any of the Supernatural stuff, I had watched all of Gilmore Girls.
I love Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, it's a good show. I'll admit it. It's good.
Yeah,
I
guilty
enjoy
pleasure.
it. But because of that, I see Sam,
As a different Dean?
and it's Dean.
Yeah.
Because he was Dean in Gilmore Girls,
Was.
and now he's Sam over there, but he's got a brother named Dean.
Yeah.
And it confused the crap out of me for a little bit.
That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, Gilmore Girls is great.
I've watched all of Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
That's pretty damn good too.
Yes.
I mean,
very good show.
it does get into a little too much into the teenage drama and lovey stuff. But the thing is, once they decide to like fight and get brutal and stuff,
Yeah.
I was shocked at like how brutal it actually was.
Yeah, very brutal.
It's good.
Yeah. But now, like fucking, what was it? Catherine getting dragged off to hell, basically, was fucking crazy shit. Like, cause she died, she was in the veil, and I was like, okay, cause you've seen people like do the whole veil thing.
Yeah.
And then like she touched Bonnie and nothing happened. I was like, this is weird. And then just like, oh shit. So yeah, if anyone was gonna go.
Yeah, that whole Stefan being locked down in the
water,
in the safe in the water and dying over and over and over again. Just the thought of that messed with me.
Yeah.
Didn't
terrible.
like it. Didn't like it.
I have a lot of people watching going, these men watching girl shows. They're watching girl shows. To which I would reply, he believes in dragons. No.
You know what? You know what the messed up thing is?
What's that?
Before, you know how sometimes you watch something and you get so used to seeing the actor or actress in something that you just associate them with that role.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, you go back and you might watch something before that, kind of like we were talking about with Hugh Laurie, and you didn't realize that they were doing something like that.
Smacking your
I don't
mic.
care. But
right.
you know what I mean? You don't realize that it was them in something you've seen before.
Yeah.
Because of that, after I watched all the Gilmore Girls, not on purpose, then I went back and watched Bad Santa.
And Lorelai.
And figured out that was Lorelai.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, because Lorelai's nice. And then all of a sudden, I'm going, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa. I'm like, oh my God.
It's Lorelai.
Oh my God.
Now, have you gone and watched like the newer Gilmore Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like that 4-part. It was like each one was an hour and a half, but it was a different season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good too.
I enjoyed that.
Yep.
I loved on the original, when like after just all that crap, and they're like, Luke's like walking through the town square and just sees Christopher, and they just don't say anything, just walk over to each other and just start fighting.
Yeah.
It was like, yes.
Yeah.
That seems real. That's how
yeah.
shit like that works.
It's exactly how it works. You don't talk about stuff beforehand.
Not sometimes. Sometimes there's just,
Yeah.
And they both knew.
They did.
I like Luke.
Yeah. I do too. Luke's cool. I see, and I don't know. I wasn't a Dean fan in Gilmore Girls. Like,
no, I like Jess.
Yeah, Jess was cool. Dean was just, I hate doing this. I really do. But he reminds me of Hamill.
Kinda.
Just whiny and needy and clingy.
Well, I didn't come here to bash people.
I'm not. I'm sorry. My bad. That's why I said I didn't want to do it. But they don't know who we're talking about.
At least most of our 8 or 9 fans know exactly who you're talking about.
But our 8 or 9 fans does not include the Hamill.
No.
One would assume, anyways.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, I'm fine with it. Either way, but...
Yeah.
But okay, so... I won't say he reminds me of Hamill. But he's whiny. He's clingy. he's needy. I did not like Dean. Like, first couple of times, I was like, oh, he's cool. And it just as it goes on, I was like, dude, chill the fuck out. Just chill.
What about Logan?
Didn't like Logan.
No, I was a Jess guy. I like Jess.
And I hate that she ended up with Logan.
Yeah.
Well, not really ended up with.
Not by the end of that 4-part thing at the end. Kind of just.
Well, they were fuck buddies.
Yeah, and she got.
Yeah.
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 Why are we Gilmore Girling?
I don't know, but it is a good show.
You know what I like about it? I mean, one of the things I like about it, at least, Kirk.
Kirk?
Yeah.
I love Kirk.
Which is James Gunn's little brother.
Yeah.
Which is why he's in all of his movies.
Yeah, Kirk is probably one of my favorite characters in that show.
Yeah, that's why, like every one of James Gunn's movies he's in there. He's the dude in Guardians of the Galaxy that took over for Yondu.
Yeah.
He was also the Weasel in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah. But no, last thing I'll say about Gilmore Girls is my favorite character in that show is Sebastian Bach.
He's not my favorite, but I like him. I think it's funny that he was there.
That's why he's my favorite. It's like he is the most shouldn't be there person in that fucking whole series.
But he fits in pretty good. Kinda.
He's a fucking grown ass man in a fucking teenage rock band. I don't even know if they were rock. I don't know what you would describe the music. It was weird.
I enjoyed it though.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. The bees. I don't know. But yeah, no.
Are you any bit excited about any of the new DC stuff?
No.
No?
Dude, I gotta tell you, it's a weird thing. Excuse me. Growing up, I love DC. Like, I would see some Marvel things, like, it's cool, like, Spider-Man's cool.
I know you were always more of a
DC fan.
Well, Batman.
Yeah. But it's as time has progressed, and maybe the movies that they've been putting out has a lot to do with it, but
But I mean, all I was meaning was that now that James Gunn is in charge of the entire DC everything.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited about it or not.
Did you ever watch Peacemaker?
No.
Oh, I wish you would have.
I haven't watched it.
I mean, you see an R-rated John Cena, and it's funny, and it's great.
That is funny. I gotta say, I mean, like, the last DC thing that I watched that I loved, that I absolutely loved, and I'm not gonna include the Harley Quinn thing. It's cartoon.
Was
It's a
the
little
Batman?
different. Huh?
Was the Batman?
Okay, besides that, Smallville. And Smallville is not by any means fucking canon. It's not. Like, they take a lot of liberties.
I was never that big of a fan of Smallville.
I loved it. Once we got past, like, the whole Freak of the Week stuff.
That's funny, like the last live action DC thing, and well, that's not true because I guess the Flash, I enjoyed that okay, and I've seen a few episodes of Arrow that I thought were cool, but I couldn't get into the show.
Yeah,
I just remember when I was younger watching Lois and Clark back then.
Lois and Clark.
Well,
it was a good show.
Dean Cain was awesome.
Dean Cain's okay.
I'm not saying he was awesome necessarily as Superman. I always liked that guy.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
And he was Superman. He was Clark, not Lois.
bees. A bomb. But no, dude. I liked Smallville. I don't know why you didn't like Smallville.
I don't know. It's regardless of how much I just said that I enjoyed Vampire Diaries and even Gilmore Girls. I'm not about all that. For the most part, the big, long, drawn out drama type shows.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Breaking Bad was good, but that wasn't like the teenage type of show.
Breaking Bad was. It took me so long to watch that show.
Well, I understand. I mean, it's not that I'm into that world, but you know what I mean. It's not. The only reason I watched that was because of Bub.
Yeah.
Because he went, "Hey, watch this." "Oh, man, you gotta watch it, man. Man, it's good, man. Watch it."
That's
and he
right.
made me watch it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" After like 3 episodes tops, and I was just like, "Okay, I'm in."
Yeah, it was good. I had a lot of people tell me to watch it. And I was just like, no, not my cup of tea. And finally, I remember just being bored one night and like I had exhausted everything else. And I was like, well, at the very least, I'll be going to sleep to this. And then I stayed up to like 4 o'clock in the morning going, this is so fucking good.
It is.
It is so good.
Yeah, bitch.
And then fucking Better Call Saul.
I still need to watch the last season of that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's really good though.
Did you watch the El Camino movie?
Mm-mm.
It's like an hour and a half movie that Netflix made that starts right at the end of Breaking Bad, and
Oh, no shit.
it's like everything that happens to Jesse for the next little bit.
Oh, wow.
It's good.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I didn't know they made a movie.
So I think it's called El Camino,
El Camino.
a Breaking Bad movie.
Have you seen Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood?
No.
I watched it for the first time recently.
Everybody's told me it's good. I haven't watched it yet.
The movie itself could be good. And I'm going to say some sacrilegious shit right now.
Oh, no.
The movie itself could be great had they got somebody other than Clint Eastwood to do it.
Well, didn't he direct that also, though?
I don't know who directed it. All I can tell you is that his acting was fucking terrible.
Do you want to know one of the contributing factors to that?
What?
When he is a director, everything is always one take. He does not do reshoots.
God. He should do reshoots.
He doesn't. I've watched interviews with actors talking about how to do it with Clint, and they've even said, like, I don't remember who it was, but he said he walked up to him and was like, hey, I think, should we do that again? Because I think I can do it better. And he's like, you want to waste everybody's time? And that's about it. Like, he doesn't do reshoots.
Okay, well, maybe that is a contributing factor, but considering most of the other people in that movie did a really good job on their acting, and he didn't, I think he just needs to learn to act. Like, Because Clint Eastwood being a cowboy is what do you need to know as a cowboy?
I don't know, but every time I see him squint, you know, because he's a really good squinter, you know.
He can squint,
and it makes me feel like that he needs to be the live action Popeye.
Robin Williams will always be the live action Popeye.
I agree. I'm one of the few people I know who actually love that movie.
I love that movie.
But there's a lot of people who don't. Mostly because of the songs, I guess. But I love that movie.
I mean, you know what I mean. I love it. I love everything about that fucking movie.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, I'm just talking about...
Yeah.
He just... I don't know. He looks like he'd have the face for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear him try to do the voice, though.
No. Be like, hey, I'm Popeye. Shit. But no, the Popeye live action movie, dude, like, I love the whole where he had the picture and he's like talking to us, oh, me pappy. And finally you see it, and it's just a piece of cardboard that says me pappy.
And then when you see the pappy, he's got one says me son.
Yeah. It's so good.
Speaking of which, do you remember, like, maybe 15 years ago, they brought out that it was like a CG animated trailer for a Popeye movie?
Yes.
And it looked awesome.
Yes.
They canceled that.
Of course they did.
Well, no,
of course.
The dude that made Samurai Jack, he was making it.
That would have been cool.
And they canceled it so he could make the Hotel Transylvania movies.
The fuck?
But this is the thing. About
That's
a year,
not an even trade.
Their whole thing was, with nostalgia, they figured that there was going to be a crowd of people who still knew Popeye and would go to see it, but the vast majority of children, like young children, wouldn't know who Popeye was, so they wouldn't make their money back.
I'd rather see the guy rather than blah blah blah. Sorry.
Either way, I can kind of understand the business thing, but this is the thing. They, about a year and a half ago, they leaked out the movie.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't animated. The entire thing is the storyboards for the entire movie, but it has the score and all of the voice acting with it.
Oh, that's cool.
But you're just watching the storyboards, and I watched the entire thing. If I remember right, they had Billy West being Popeye.
No shit.
And it was good. That's the thing. I watched this whole thing like that. It was like an hour and a half of just watching kind of storyboards and very basic, you know, like going in between 2 or 3 frames for animation type stuff. And it was highly enjoyable. I watched that whole thing, and it's good.
Man.
I'd advise you, if you get time somehow, watch that.
Okay. Well,
it's good.
Where do I need to go to get it?
I found it on YouTube.
Okay, well, it's probably still there.
It might be. I don't know. They might have took it down.
Maybe.
But it was good.
Okay. Yeah, I love Popeye. Popeye's the shit. Popeye's always been the shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Popeye. I wanted to go to the bees. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm overdoing the bees. Oh,
wait a minute.
The D's.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to do it now.
No, do it.
I was going to go. The D's.
The D's.
Nuts.
Can I see the nuts?
Yeah, sure.
The nuts.
Damn, I caught it. Proof of you putting nuts in your mouth.
These nuts. Those are good.
Yeah. In your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What was up with the thing in like the early 90s where they thought they could just change every cartoon into like a kid's version of that cartoon?
What do you mean?
Well, early 90s we had Muppet Babies.
I love the Muppet Babies.
So did I. Okay. We had the Bedrock Flintstone kids.
I didn't like the Flintstone kids.
We had Tom and Jerry kids.
Didn't like Tom and Jerry
We had
kids.
a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Hated it.
I liked a pup named Scooby-Doo. But I'm just saying, it was like they did that. It was just they kept on trying to change everything into little kid versions.
Huh. I don't think I would have ever noticed that had you not brought it up. That's weird. I don't know.
But it's true.
It is true.
I mean, think about it. It was rather they did that, or they took whatever R-rated movie they could find and changed that into a cartoon for kids.
Like what?
Let me see. RoboCop.
Oh, yeah.
Rambo.
There was a Rambo cartoon.
Yeah.
Shit.
What else? There was Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
What else? I know there's more. Police Academy.
There was a Police Academy cartoon?
Yes.
No shit.
Yes.
I might want to watch that now.
But they did that. There were multiple of them that they did that to. And it wasn't even just like necessarily R-rated stuff, but it was definitely like adult-rated stuff. I mean, like Bill and Ted had a cartoon back then.
Well, I could see that.
Back to the Future had a cartoon.
I knew that.
Yeah, but that was cool because that always had it always started with a live-action Christopher Lloyd being Doc and talking to people.
Yeah.
The Mask.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
They had cartoons?
Yes.
I didn't know that. We're talking about cartoons and Christopher Lloyd. Did you watch The Page Master?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
We talked about it with Joe, I believe.
Oh, yeah, we did. That's a great movie, too.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
For some reason, I guess it was always because, at the beginning, his dad was making him that treehouse, and he was like, "That's all not safe," and stuff. But every time I see that, just think of Macaulay Culkin in a treehouse, it automatically makes me think of The Good Son.
It's a great movie. He was a little bastard.
I haven't thought about that movie in a long time, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a little shit. Bad kid.
And My Girl. And My Girl 2.
I've never watched My Girl 2.
I wasn't even in My Girl 2.
Huh?
Come on now.
What?
I wasn't even in My Girl 2. Spy hard, you bastard.
Oh.
He died in My Girl. That's why he wasn't in My Girl 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, now I remember. You totally could have got me on that.
I tried before, remember?
Yeah.
And if I would have went with that instead of the damn bus, I would have won.
Yeah. Look at me. I got big arms. Pretty arms.
I love that movie. I would have loved to have seen more Andy Griffith Bad Guys.
Fuck yeah. Andy Griffith, he was the shit.
He's amazing at everything.
Have I told you about the idea for a show that I would love to see?
I mean, I'm sure you have, but I don't know about that one particularly.
So, what I would love to see, if I could pitch it, would be great, but you know how they've been doing like a lot of like reboots on old series, like on Netflix. So like,
yes,
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, fucking Riverdale.
Yeah.
So
I watched like 3 seasons of Riverdale, and then I got bored.
What I would love to see is this old
Mayberry.
Yes, it'd be called Mayberry. And what it would be,
I knew it.
It would be this town, this small, rural town, and
named Johnsonville,
and it's just super corrupt. It's like fucking drugs and fucking the mayor's corrupt and everybody's corrupt, and they need a new sheriff. So they call in a sheriff from out of town to come in, and he comes in and he starts cleaning up the town, but he's going out at night, and he's breaking the law to regain the law. He's and yeah, it's Andy, and he's the fucking Sheriff Taylor, and he's just a fucking beast.
I would watch that. Yeah, I would totally watch that shit.
And there could be an episode where Opie's gets hung up with the wrong crowd, and he's shooting heroin or some shit. And Barney has to come by and smack some sense into him.
Smack.
Yeah.
No, I'd watch that.
That'd be fucking great.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, they could do that. I actually did watch a little bit of the new Matlock.
There's a new Matlock?
Yeah, and I know I'm going to say this initially, and you're going to be like, eh. This is the weird thing about it. I was iffy at first because they did the thing that we were talking about earlier. And it's a woman. Except, number one, it's Kathy Bates.
Okay, you haven't lost me yet.
And then when I started watching the episode, within like the first, 15 minutes, she's explaining. She's like, yeah, my name's Matlock. Like the old show. And that's about it. That's about the only connection.
Okay, well that's cool. I'm good with that.
That's about the only connection. She's a lawyer named Matlock, and when she explains it to people, she's like, just like on the old show.
That's cool.
And that made me okay with it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Kathy Bates is a really good actress too.
Oh yeah.
She's really good. Yeah.
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 So about some Freddy Krueger.
Why?
Most of the guys just wanted to see your expression when I said that.
No, we don't need to talk about that.
You don't like Freddy.
I don't like Freddy.
He doesn't like Freddy.
So like, okay, I can watch a horror movie with fucking a little girl coming out of a TV, fucking and killing you. To me, that's impossible, right? Yeah. I don't really like Chucky, but to me, it's impossible. You would think that I would think the whole Freddy shit is impossible. Except for the fact that it's taking place while you're dreaming. And while you're dreaming, there's really nothing that's impossible. You know, and I've heard the whole, if you actually do die in your sleep, or in your dream, then you really do die. You know, and it's funny because, like, I've had a dream where, like, I know I was gonna die, but didn't actually die. Like, because I would wake up before, like, you know, you take your final breath or whatever. And I think that's a little different. But, like, the fact that he gets to you in your dreams, that has always fucked with me so hard.
Are you going to tell it?
You want me to, don't you?
I really do.
So, like...
I told about my Puff the Magic Dragon Raptor dream.
Yeah. Okay, so... I have never sat and watched a full Freddy movie. I've purposely avoided them.
Have you tried to watch any of them ever?
And no, and I won't.
Okay.
I won't do it. And I had every time I'd seen snippets, I'd be like, I'm going to have a fucking Freddy nightmare and I'm going to die. But I never did. Never would. Except for one day. I fell asleep. And I was in this, like... I don't know if it was a cabin, but it was just this one room. I was in this one room, and there was a table in the middle of the floor, and there was somebody sitting at a fucking chair, and all I could see was a hat and a back. And I'm like, and I just got this creepy vibe, and I walked over to the other side of the table to look, and it's fucking Freddy Krueger. And he tells me to sit down. And of course, you know, Freddy tells you to sit down. You fucking sit down. You just do. I ain't running and having big long arms chase me. That's not happening. So I sit down, and I'm like, all fucking scared and shit. And I knew I was dreaming. That was the thing. And I think that made me more scared in the dream because like, oh, I'm gonna die. He's getting me. And he pulled out a deck of cards, and we just played poker. And I didn't say anything. And I was scared the entire time. And then eventually I woke up. He never once made a violent action towards me.
Well, that's because you didn't try to cheat or anything.
No. And I do cheat in poker. But, no, I was just like, this is awful. I was like, any minute now, I'm going to die. I didn't. It was fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Still, all in all, a very bad dream.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. How dare you?
Hey, I brought up mine. I did. Because don't get me wrong, I mean the T-Rex thing, that's one thing, but like the Puff the Magic Raptor.
That's funny. Puff the Magic Raptor.
But the funny thing, I didn't say this, but that was the thing. I swear to God, when he walked past the window, it did the doom, ba-doom, doom, doom.
That's great.
It did.
Oh, that's
fucking
fucking wonderful.
It was straight up just like Puff.
But it wasn't.
Exactly. It was not. He wanted to know where my magic stuff was, and then he tried to rip it out of me.
That's what raptors, that's what they do. I mean, I would assume. I've never seen one, but...
Right.
Oh, fucking birds.
That's right.
What are you looking at?
I don't know, I was just looking over.
There. You looking at the gnome?
I did look over at that gnome.
Yeah, he's missing his tip.
Just a tip.
Just a tip. But no, man, I don't know, like, I
swear, after like all the old equals 3, that's where all the just the tip thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I was doing that for months afterwards.
Balls to you.
Yeah, I still do that.
Well, balls to you, sir.
I've did that to people at work. They look confused.
I would imagine so.
I have to explain it.
I don't.
I do. And be like, but you don't know what I mean. Because it could be good. Or it could be bad.
I mean, it just depends on the context. Because balls to you is bad. But if you go, balls to you, sir, that's good.
Balls to you.
Balls to you. It's like cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, he's got a TikTok now.
Yeah.
Doing the same old equals 3 shit he used to do.
Yeah.
He like quit equals 3 because he wanted to pursue his musical career, do this and that, and then everything failed, and he's back.
Yeah.
What?
You know, I was sad that Dan Aykroyd can do a decent Yogi Bear, but that movie still sucked.
Yeah.
Yogi's cool.
I love Yogi.
And that was not a good...
No.
Justin Timberlake did a really, really good Boo Boo.
That was Justin Timberlake? I didn't know that.
Exactly.
That's funny. Surprisingly, Justin Timberlake is a good actor in general.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is.
I just like how he keeps messing with Lonely Island.
Yeah. Well, it keeps messing with them? Are they still going?
What? I don't know when the last time he messed with them are, but they're still going.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they released a new song like a month ago.
No shit.
It was pretty good.
That's funny. I love how that started with a Saturday Night Live skit.
Uh-huh.
And they're just like, hey, we're good at this. This is fun. Just keep doing it. Is Lorne Michaels still alive?
Yes.
He is? Is he still in charge?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Good for him.
Did you know that is what Dr. Evil's based off of?
What?
The way Lauren talks.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. That's how Mike Myers came up with the Dr. Evil voice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You can watch Dana Carvey doing impressions of Lorne Michaels, and it is straight up just Dr. Evil.
That is wonderful. What's Dana Carvey up to these days?
The last time I seen him was right after the election. He was on Saturday Night Live being Biden.
Oh, I bet it's wonderful.
Oh, it's great. He does a great Biden.
I bet he does. Dana Carvey's just funny. Oh, shark go in the water.
He's the master of disguise.
He is the master of disguise. Even before the master of disguise. The Church Lady was one of my favorites. I love that movie. Yeah.
A lot of people hate that movie.
Okay, so I said
they hate it.
I said yeah. I
think I like Master of Disguise like you like Kung Pao.
I think so. Like when I first watched it, I left going, that was funny. And I can look back and watch it now and be like, that's funny. That's kind of funny. That's alright. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Exactly. I appreciate Kung Pao a lot more now than I did when I first watched it.
But you still think it's, in general, kind of dumb.
A little bit. But, and like I said, I think I feel the same way about Master of Disguise as you feel about Kung Pao.
I mean, I think one of the reasons I like Kung Pao as much as I do is because it's so different than any other movie. The way it was put together.
That's true, but this is the thing. I kind of feel if I want to see like all that like funny type of stuff, I'll just watch Kung Fu Hustle. And I understand that that's a different type of thing.
But there's a lot of what we do in Kung Pao. Like
yeah, but see, it's different when we do it.
Why?
Because it's us.
I know, but I don't know. It was funny. It was really good. I enjoy it.
Laugh with me.
It's good shit. I find that's the funniest thing in that movie, in my opinion. It's just the every time he laughs, he farts.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
And I like Cherry Pie Man.
Yes.
Yes.
And I still like when people are annoying me doing the, this is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
It's like, did you just tell me to shut up?
Yes.
Yes. That's funny. But no, that's good stuff.
There's a guy that I work with, and his last name's Pirtle.
Pirtle?
His last name's Pirtle.
Oh, you told me about them.
And yeah, I mess with him.
Turtle.
Yeah, I mess with him. I go, Pirtle.
That's funny.
Why not? Yeah, he was like, well, good job, Pirtle. You're just better than everybody else, aren't you? He was like, what are you talking about? It's like, I know, it's okay. I'm not Pirtly enough for the Pirtle Club. He doesn't like it.
That's funny. I wouldn't like it either. Don't change your name, dude. Bird. I don't know why, but I was just thinking about that Winnie the Pooh movie.
I still haven't seen that yet.
I haven't either.
I know there's a second one. I haven't seen that yet either.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
The scary one.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I need to watch that.
No, they're making a whole cinematic universe of it.
Oh my god!
They're calling it the Pooniverse.
That sounds dirty.
I'm completely serious. That's what they're calling it.
Pooniverse?
The Pooniverse.
That sounds awful.
They're making right now. They're making a Peter Pan and a Bambi.
Like
really?
that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A lot of the ones that are in the public domain, they are making horror movies for, and then they're going to combine them all together.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They're doing it.
Okay, yeah, I gotta watch these.
The Pooniverse.
They need to rethink the name of it.
I'm serious though. I'm not kidding. You can look this shit up as soon as we're done.
I don't want to Google the Pooniverse. Turn on incognito.
Yeah, but the
just in case.
And a Pinocchio. They're making a freaky Pinocchio.
Well, they've made some of those.
Yeah, but I mean they're. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The Pooniverse. Holy shit.
Did you not know about the Pooniverse?
I knew nothing about the Pooniverse. I just thought it was going to add that one movie.
Oh no.
Oh god. Bambi? What the fuck are they going to do with Bambi?
I don't know.
What can you do with Bambi?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm sure they'll figure something out.
I have no idea what they're going to... I mean, I don't know.
Because, I mean, I can take guesses on fucking Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's something like stealing children or something.
Yeah, that's just... That could be all kinds of bad, but, like... Fucking... rabid deer, maybe?
I don't know. Remember the SNL thing for
The Rock?
For Bambi 2 with The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
And Vin Diesel was Thumper.
Dumping.
Cause I'm always thumping. It's all about the family. It's like, what? It's good shit. That's so funny. But no. Yeah.
I don't know. Either way. Did you know that initially, I know you're not the Freddy person, but you know when they did the Freddy versus Jason?
Yes.
You know, initially they were going to make a sequel to that was Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Like Bruce Campbell Ash?
Yes.
That'd be kind of cool.
They were going to do it, and he said that during the talks, pretty much, you know, he was just going, well, you know, Ash can't die. You know, he's not like all these other people. You know, you kill one of them, they come back. But Ash can't die, so how is Ash going to kill them? And they went, you can't kill our people. And so that's pretty much where it stalled, and they never got it done, but they wanted to.
So why can't Ash die?
Just because he's like the main, you know, he's just a human. You know, if you killed Ash, I mean, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That was it. But they actually did do that story in comic book form. You can find Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
And Ash won.
At least he didn't die. We'll give it that.
Okay, fair enough. I love the Evil Dead movies.
Yes. Did you watch the last two of them?
I've just seen the first three.
Well, the two newer ones, they are serious horror movies.
Really?
Yes, they are not. I mean, no Ash. I mean, serious horror movies.
Is it no Ash at all?
Right.
Oh.
No, they tried to do it like a serious, just, you know, kind of, because they tried to be serious with the first one.
They did, yeah.
They did. But this is like serious. The first one came out probably 10 years ago, but then the last one came out like 2 years ago.
Is it good?
It was damn good. It was, yeah, it scared the crap out of me. I didn't like it. I mean, it was good.
Okay.
I think it was called Evil Dead Rise was the last one, and the other one was just The Evil Dead. And it was, you know, kind of like a remake of the first one, but done scary.
Okay.
They're pretty good.
There was something that they made not too awful long ago.
Are you talking about Ash versus the Evil Dead?
Is that the one with the kids?
What do you mean by kids?
Like there's one where there's kids with him.
The Ash versus the Evil Dead, they're not kids. They're like, you know, young. They're like 20-something-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like young. Yeah, that's the show. That's what
compared to him.
I think there were either 3 or 4 seasons of that. It was on Showtime, if I remember. No, it was on Stars. But because it was on a thing like that, it is extremely R-rated and bloody and excellent.
I've not seen any of that.
Now, I don't think I finished it. I think I still had a few more episodes before I stopped. But it was good. It was, if you take like the comedy aspect of 2 and Army of Darkness.
Love Army of Darkness.
But put that comedy into the actual horror of the first one, but gave them a good budget.
Shit.
And that's what you get. There are parts in that are freaky. And, you know, just don't make you feel good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as an example, there is a scene in there. I'm going to put this on you for a second. But there's a scene in there where they're in a morgue.
What do you mean put it on me?
You'll see. I just want to, I want your reaction to be caught just to see what you think. There's a scene in there where they're in a morgue. And in the process of this morgue, this corpse, this cadaver that's laying there and open in the stomach, kind of gets brought alive slightly, and it somehow implants itself ass first on Bruce's head. So he is walking around with a corpse with his head inside of there, which you can like see his face kind of coming out the stomach cavity, but he has like a dick and balls that are just like smacking against him and shit because it's a naked cadaver body.
That's awful.
But it's funny.
It's funny.
If you saw it, it's different.
It's definitely different. That's definitely different. It's like hot dog fingers.
I think before it gets his head all the way in the ass, it's just like kind of crowning, and the dick keeps hitting him in the face and the balls and stuff, and it's funny.
That's awful. It's funny though. Hot dog fingers.
Hot dog fingers.
That was a good movie too.
Yep.
Have you ever seen Punch Drunk Love?
I have, but again, it's been a long time. I remember the name more than the movie.
It's a weird one.
Do you remember that movie that I can't remember the name of? Do you remember that?
Who's the guy in it?
Robin Williams. What Dreams May Come.
That's what I thought you were getting ready to say. The one where his wife dies,
Yes.
his kid does.
And he's like going through all the
levels of hell and shit.
Yeah.
Or, well, he's in heaven and he's got to get to hell.
Yes.
It's a great movie.
Weird movie.
Very weird, but very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. What's that one movie called? With Robin Williams, where
1 hour photo.
not 1 hour. That's a good one. This one was about everyone basically had cameras in their eyes, and like whenever you died, what they would do is they would make memorial videos out of like what you saw, your life and whatnot.
I don't believe I've ever seen that.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, man. I don't remember much else about the movie other than I watched it once, thought it was really good, and wanted to watch it again, but I can't remember what it's called.
I think we've had this conversation before and I couldn't find it.
Oh, man.
Because I remember looking it up and it kept on popping up like shit like Ed TV, and I was like, that's not right.
It's not Ed TV. Let me see your phone real quick.
That's okay.
I'll be fast.
No, we'll do that afterwards.
Why do you get to look up stuff while we're podcasting?
Here's the thing.
I got a thing.
Here.
I don't have a thing.
I took the thing.
He took the thing.
That's the thing.
It's just going to drive me nuts. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're going to find it real quick. Real fast. Robin Williams. Yes?
I'm trying to remember.
What are you trying to remember?
Life Stinks?
Is that a...
Mel Brooks?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. All right, hold on.
Yeah. I haven't seen that in a long time either. Anything Mel Brooks was pretty good, though.
That's true.
Except for the History of the World Part 2. That was sad.
Yeah.
Not that it didn't have anything good. There was some good shit in it.
The Final Cut.
The final cut.
Yeah, here, check it out. Here.
I will... 2004?
Yeah.
I will watch that.
I will rewatch that and remember more about it.
Isn't that the Jesus guy?
The Jesus guy.
Jim Caviezel or whatever?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't he the Passion of the Christ, dude? Yep, Jesus in the Passion of the Christ. I was right.
Jesus.
Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Oh. What was the joke?
There was no joke. Oh, man.
No jokes.
But yeah, no, I remember that movie being really good. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but you should definitely watch it.
You said that, and I know it's nowhere near the same thing. We were talking about, like, after people die and all this other stuff, and nowhere near the same thing. I don't know why I thought of it, but it reminded me of Defending Your Life. Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
That was an older movie where... God, I'm trying to remember the name of the guy on it. What?
I was just going to see if you'd open that door real quick.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who the guy was in that. It might have been Paul Reiser or somebody like that.
Paul Reiser.
Might have been. I'm trying to remember. But either way, it was like a dude that died, and he said that, you know, he was basically saying he shouldn't have died. But when you die, you kind of go into like this purgatory type place, and you live there while you have to basically go on this, like, you have to go to like basically this court type thing, and then they show you clips of you in your life, and you gotta show them why you were a good person in order to move on.
Oh, shit.
And if you don't, then yeah, bad.
Bad?
I don't remember if they like send you back, or you just don't go to heaven, or if I don't remember if they send you back, or you know, go to hell.
Oh, shit.
What the deal was, but
Huh.
it was an interesting concept.
That is a very interesting concept.
It's an older movie.
Okay.
Like maybe like early 80s, maybe.
Okay. We'll just check that one out too.
It's not that it's super funny, but it was just, I mean, it's a little funny, but it's mostly just interesting.
Yeah. The Bees!
91,
91. What's it called?
Defending Your Life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks. Who's that?
The dude.
What's he look like? Show me a picture.
Oh, and Meryl Streep.
Okay, well, I know Meryl Streep. That I do know. Albert Brooks. No idea. Okay. It's a cool concept, though. I'll check it out. Did you ever watch a movie, speaking of older ones, called Batteries Not Included?
That sounds really familiar.
The little like robotic alien flying things that fixed all the stuff?
No, I guess not.
You son of a bitch. You need to watch the good movies.
I would say the same thing to you, but there's a lot of good movies I'd tell you to watch that you just refuse to watch because it's animated.
Well, those aren't movies. Those are...
Some of them are. Like you watch that, whatever, the Millers versus the Machines or whatever that is.
What's that?
I think that's what it is. Is it the Millers?
Is it the Millers? Oh, no. Oh,
The
no.
Mitchells versus the Machines.
The Mitchells.
Yes, the Mitchells versus the Machines. That was an excellent movie.
I've never seen it.
You should. You really should. I think you'd like it a lot.
No. What's it about?
It's about a family with the Mitchells.
Yeah.
The daughter,
Machines.
the main daughter, is getting ready to go to college, and she's kind of like, she reminds me of us. She makes really weird videos and funny stuff, and her parents don't get it,
Yeah.
and they're all trying to, like, you know, get like some family time in while taking her to college. And about that time, these people, basically, it is their version of the Apple people.
The Apple people. I don't know.
You know, like Apple, the company.
Oh, okay.
Like their
Yeah.
basically their version of Apple comes out with a new product that's kind of like a robot type thing
No,
with
it's some
AI,
kind of robots.
and they take over and start putting all of the humans in prisons and stuff like that, and they are, you know, it's the family trying to avoid all that. But it is hilarious.
I don't know why, but like you said, putting all the humans in, and I thought you were going to say concentration camps.
No, they're kind of like, if I remember right, they're trying to like, they're putting them in like these weird prison thingies that are on rockets, and they're getting ready to shoot them up into space and just let them die.
Fuck all of that.
If I remember right, but it's funny. It is really funny.
It sounds awful, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to check that one out. Well, it's a cartoon though.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's hilarious though.
All right. I might check it out.
It was one of the ones that by the end of that my sides hurt. I was laughing constantly.
That funny.
I was hurting by the end of it.
Okay. All right,
I mean, if that's an indication, it made me laugh constantly.
I have a joke for you, James.
Okay. I like jokes.
What's the difference
Uh-oh.
between a Jewish kid
Oh no.
and a Boy Scout?
Oh no. Nothing. The Boy Scouts take children of all religions.
Boy Scouts come back from camp. Sorry.
That made me laugh. I don't. You do the clicker. I've been clicking most of the time.
All right, that's fair. That's a fair point.
How long has this been going on? We've been
I
going a
have no
minute.
idea.
We're going a while, I think.
Have we?
I think so.
I don't know exactly when we started.
I don't either.
That's something else that we're gonna need, and I'm not trying to be meta or anything like that.
We need a timer or something.
We need a clock.
Yeah, like something like a stopwatch type thing we can put on the wall
To
where
where
we know, like we know as soon as we push play, we push that, and then we know how long we've been going.
Yeah.
You brought up you said the Flintstones earlier.
You brought up the Flintstones.
No, I brought you brought up the drive-in, and you said you watched the Flintstones and Jurassic Park.
Right.
I thoroughly enjoyed that live-action Flintstones movie.
The first one.
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
Yeah, the first one, not the second one, not Viva Rock Vegas.
No.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Rick Moranis.
Yes. Everybody did a good job. I'm not the biggest Rosie fan, but she was a decent Betty. Wilma was good.
Yeah.
Halle Berry was hot as shit.
Oh, shit.
Miss Stone.
Yeah, that's right.
Miss Stone.
I forgot she
was
was
in
in
the
that.
cigarettes that are like that big.
Yeah. Like fucking Camel Ultra Wides.
They're almost like a stogie size.
Yeah. No, that was a really good movie.
Yeah, everything felt right.
Yeah, the second one was stupid as shit.
We don't talk about that. That didn't happen.
Oh, no, it happened. You know what a great movie is, don't you?
What?
Like, fantastic. It was Dragon Ball Evolution.
You son of a bitch.
What?
Brr.
It's a shit movie. It's terrible.
I still really want to see a new live-action Gilligan's Island movie.
That would be good.
I think they could, yeah, how would you cast it? This is an interesting conversation.
Ooh.
How would you cast that?
Okay. Let's think about it for a second.
I would put Hank from Breaking Bad as the skipper.
I could see that. Okay. All right.
I've been thinking for years who I'd put skipper, because I've thought of this, but I could never think of a good skipper. But I think Hank could do it well.
So, are we doing like if they made it now, who would be casted, or if
right
they,
now?
Okay. Well, guys, I wasn't like as if they had made one maybe like 10 years ago when some other people were alive.
Well, I'd say now, because now is one possibility. I think I would make Patrick Stewart be Mr. Howell. Just because I like him in comedy roles. And he's old and he could be old rich guy.
Fair enough. Okay.
Gilligan's where it gets stuck, though.
Michael Cera.
Yeah.
He's lanky, he's awkward.
Or the other dude.
Which one?
The new guy?
Oh, fuck.
DJ Quan? Or whatever his name?
DJ Qualls.
Qualls.
Yeah, you don't think he's too old now?
Gilligan doesn't have to be young. Not really.
I guess that's true.
Either one of those two I could see being Gilligan. I guess... What?
No, I was just trying to think about it.
I'd put John Krasinski as the professor.
That could work. Emma Stone, Ginger.
Okay.
That could work.
Okay. Marianne?
Marianne's tricky.
Elisha Dushku?
Yeah. She could do it. She could probably do it.
Okay, then Mrs. Howell.
Well, Betty White's dead.
Yeah, I know.
She'd have been perfect.
I know. That's who I used to put there.
She would have been good.
And so is, like, McGonagall chick.
Oh, yeah, she would have been really good, too.
Yeah, she's gone, too.
Fuck it. Glenn Close.
Kathy Bates.
Yes.
Kathy Bates and Patrick Stewart's being the Howells.
That'll work.
Okay, there you go. We just casted Gilligan's Island.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
With that cast, I would watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would work. That would really work. All right, Netflix, you listening?
Yeah.
You're not sponsored by Netflix.
The other one I always wanted to see was Jetsons. After they did Flintstones, I wanted Jetsons.
I like a live action Jetsons.
Yeah, because I mean,
we can do it now.
And because the only thing that I can think of, the only one that immediately pops out is, Danny DeVito as Mr. Spacely.
Yeah, I mean, that's a given.
I mean, he has to be Mr. Spacely.
Yeah, there's no other Mr. Spacely.
No.
I mean, they look identical as it is.
Yeah, no. I can imagine him just going, Jetson!
And if they would have made it like a little, a few years ago, like 10 years ago, Jonah Hill's Elroy.
Yeah, he got small.
He did get small.
But also, I mean,
old.
you got to make Elroy be small.
Yeah.
So I guess Elroy doesn't really matter that much because, I mean, you just get a little child actor, newer guy, and that's fine.
Yeah.
The other ones are where it get difficult.
Yeah.
Like even George. I can't think of anybody that played George right.
Jim Carrey.
He's quit though.
Did he quit?
Yeah, he said that the Sonic 3 is going to be his last thing. Sonic 2 was his last thing, but they talked him into doing it one more time.
Let's go out on a high note, Jim.
I like the Sonic movies.
I think they're stupid.
I like it.
I mean, we're entitled to our opinions. I think they're dumb.
That's fine.
Yeah. I loved him in Kick-Ass too.
It sucks that he hates that so much.
Does he?
Yeah, well, see, the thing was, he made that movie, but right before they started promoting it to come out, like before it came out in theaters, we had a big mass shooting thing. And
I forgot he's all anti-gun and shit.
Well, yeah, they had a big mass shooting, and then he said because of that he couldn't promote that movie, and he wouldn't do it because he is so gun happy in that movie.
Yeah, he is.
But he did great.
Oh, it was really
he did
good.
Great. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I like both of those.
Yeah.
I want to see that guy more.
Guy that played Kick-Ass?
No, the other guy. The guy that was the Crimson whatever.
Oh, Red Mist?
Yeah.
Fucking McLovin.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I want to see him in more stuff.
He was in Role Models.
I was going to say, I love Role Models.
Role Models is great.
Especially the unrated version of that, too,
Yes.
also. I mean, the regular one's okay, but again, it's kind of like, there's some movies that after you see the unrated versions, you just don't want to watch the regular version of.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard's one of those, too.
I don't want to get into the Dukes of Hazzard.
Look, that is nothing like the old show.
I've seen it.
It's not. But still, the unrated version makes me laugh a lot.
Okay. I mean, that's fair, I guess. I'll remind me after the podcast is done. I want you to say Dukes of Hazzard DW. That'll remind me. I have a story for you.
I can imagine, but I know that he's a big. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
I know.
But it's something else entirely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you about it.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I still enjoyed that movie.
I like that they had the Super Troopers in that movie.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. You still haven't seen Super Troopers 2, have you?
I have not, unfortunately.
It's still good. I mean, it's not as good as the first one, but it's not far behind.
I mean, I imagine it's good. I mean, I have no doubt that it's funny. I just haven't got around it. Man, there's so many things that I have a little notepad of like all these movies and shows that I need to watch.
I watched that Godzilla -1.
How was it?
Except for the fact that I had to read the whole damn thing because they didn't. I think it was after I watched it they finally put a translation out. I enjoyed it. It was slow. It was slow, but when it would get going, it was good. I haven't seen it. I mean, it reminded me of like what it should have been a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like when they, like just with good, where shit looked good, I guess. But they actually made him scary and terrifying the way it should have been.
I mean, Godzilla's supposed to be. You know, and I'm going to say something that you'll probably disagree with. This probably piss a lot of people off too. I love Godzilla 2000.
You're not talking about Godzilla 2000 though.
I'm talking about Matthew Broderick.
Yes, that's like 98.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that movie.
I like that movie too. I just don't think of it as a Godzilla movie.
I mean, I don't know.
I just don't. I can't help it. It's mostly because, especially once you get to the whole Madison Square Garden thing, it just feels like Jurassic Park.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. I like Cloverfield though. Do you like Cloverfield?
Yes, I like Cloverfield.
Dude, did you know?
Did you like the other one? The 22 Cloverfield Lane or whatever.
I like
John Goodman.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah.
I love all of them.
Yeah.
Did you know, dude? That has a fucking massive universe to it.
Yeah.
Like fucking massive. Like I mean, they made Facebook accounts. And
Yeah.
They did.
It was kind of like what they did back in the day when the Blair Witch came out. Before the movie came out, they made all those fake websites and the fake documentaries and all that stuff to make people go, "Is this a real thing?"
Yeah. I don't know, man. The whole Cloverfield universe is really cool.
Oh yeah, it was good. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
But all those, and I like the King Kong Godzilla movie. I liked them.
I never watched them.
It's stupid fun. You just got to kind of turn off your head a little bit, turn off the thinking and just enjoy like the big fighting and stuff. It's pretty decent. And I don't care. I know Godzilla's badder. I know he is, but I'm always on Kong's side.
Why? Just because you're a big old monkey?
There's a guy that I watch that does movie news, before a movie comes out.
Yeah.
And he's a big Kong guy, so he always says he's on Team Hairy Cheeks, and I am also on Team Hairy Cheeks.
That's funny.
I don't know why. I think it's because Godzilla never seems to have much personality. It's just big monster, and I'm gonna destroy everything. Where Kong has personality. It's like
the fuck's his personality?
Who?
King Kong.
You can look at Kong and know what he's thinking. You can. I mean, like, yeah, he's like, talk to people and not like talk, but, there's some of them where he'd sign, and he'd communicate with people, and you could tell by his emotion, like chick, like, he's got the girl and she's like, smacking at him and getting mad, and then he's, he cared about the girl. Always cared about the girl. And stuff like that. And like Godzilla's just like, and that's all he does.
That sounds like discrimination. Just because you can't understand what motivates somebody, or you can't understand their language, they're just some big monster.
That's how the world works.
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean, but it's true.
Yeah, I know it is.
I mean, I'm not going to watch a French movie without subtitles. There'd be no point.
I don't like watching any movie with subtitles.
Yeah, but I mean, if Godzilla had subtitles, then I could understand what he'd say, and that'd be okay. I don't need subtitles with Kong. It's like watching like the first half of WALL-E. The only thing he's saying is WALL-E, but you know what that little robot's thinking and what he's doing.
It's the worst.
You're laughing, but it's true.
I've never watched WALL-E.
And this was the Rigmarole podcast.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
No, I don't know. Like I said, I don't get into a lot of the cartoons, and WALL-E was just one that I never really wanted to see. So
yeah, but
WALL-E.
Most of Pixar stuff is just good. Most of it.
I'll give you that. For the most part, every Pixar thing I've seen, I've liked.
Most of it's just really good.
I don't know. Toy Story 3 though, fucking about gave me a heart attack.
It destroyed me.
Yeah,
I saw that at the drive-in.
Just the whole holding hands, going into the furnace.
Yeah, it was like everybody was afraid and they were trying to get away for a brief minute, and it's like, look, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like everybody just accepted that they were gonna die and started holding each other, and it was like, holy crap.
Yeah, and I was like just on the edge of my seat going, no, you can't kill them, no.
I'll admit though, at the very end of that, when like Andy started playing with the toys again for that last time with that little girl, I started crying. I did. It hurt me.
Yeah.
It hurt me bad.
It was good.
I wish they would have stopped there, but I did enjoy 4. 4 was good.
See, I've not seen 4.
4 is really good. It's just 3 was perfect. 3 was perfect.
3, I mean, ended. I mean, that was a great stopping point.
3 was perfect.
Yeah.
But 4 is good. And I've seen the little clips of 5.
There's a 5 now?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
This is what they're doing is they are the concept, at least for it, basically, is that kids aren't playing with toys now because they're playing with tablets and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
If that makes sense. The only other thing I've seen from it so far was it was a wrecked semi full of Buzz Lightyears
Oh, good God.
that are coming out and thinking that they're Buzz Lightyear and blah blah blah.
They need to do Toy Story 6, but do it in the way of Small Soldiers.
I went back and watched that not that long ago, and I didn't like it nearly as much as I did back then.
I still love it. You've got a lot of guts. Now let's see what they look like.
Oh, I mean, I like Tommy Lee Jones in anything.
Well, yeah.
It's just that movie. I don't know.
I am Archer, emissary of the Gorgonites.
The funny thing was, I could hear that line, but I couldn't place the words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I am emissary of the... And I couldn't remember the words.
Fucking Gorgonites.
And you said it. And
Yeah,
I remember
Gorgonites.
now. That was good.
I love that movie.
I was happy when they finally made the second Incredibles movie. That was good too.
I've not seen the second one.
The first one was really good.
I love the first one.
The second one, I like the second.
Where is my super suit?
I might like the second one better.
Really?
It's at least as much. Me personally, at least as much, if not better.
You and I may have had this conversation before. I would imagine we have, but does it bother you that Syndrome just straight up looks like Vegeta?
He has a lot in common, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, he's a dick. He's short. He's got the big fucking Christmas tree hair.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. It doesn't have the widow's peak.
He doesn't have the widow's peak, but I mean, pretty much
he has
everything
a cape.
else.
Well, I guess Kid Vegeta had a cape.
Yeah, he did. Which kind of makes you wonder, like, why he lost the cape.
No capes.
No capes.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, the only person that had any kind of cape type thing after that really would have been Piccolo, as far as like when they get older, and Saiyaman. But even most of the time, when Gohan would fight, he didn't have that
Yeah,
cape.
he would get rid of the cape.
Well, that's why. I mean, they know better.
They get in the way.
They know better.
I have a question. Can we discuss some Dragon Ball stuff?
We can.
Okay, because we do it sometimes over the phone, and
I know we disagree on a few things, but for the most part, we're in agreement on everything.
I want to talk Super.
Oh, well, that's where we disagree most of the time.
I mean,
I think... I don't know. I think as far as the things we have talked about before, I think a lot of that as far as... I read into stuff as far as the context of stuff is given, and you read into it as far as, this is what I saw, so therefore that's what it was.
There's no other way to interpret Goku or Krillin getting shot and it even hurting, let alone doing damage.
No. I will agree on that. Absolutely. I mean, they'll say stuff like, he wasn't paying attention or he wasn't powered up, but still, he got shot in the face by Bulma when he was, like, really young.
Yeah.
I don't know how young, because it's weird, because, when you think about it, even though he looks so much smaller, Goku was technically older than... In the first martial arts tournament, when Goku was fighting Jackie Chan and everything, he was older than Gohan was when he fought Cell.
That makes no sense.
But it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, but Gohan also,
He's a hybrid.
well, not just that, but hyperbolic time chamber.
True, he had another year.
Yeah. Growth spurt.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Goku, if I remember right, they said he was 13 during that tournament.
Yeah.
Gohan was 12 when he fought Cell. He wasn't even teen Gohan, technically. He was 12.
Well, I mean, you know, if you
Including the hyperbolic time chamber.
isn't he taller than Goku anyways?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, he is.
I mean, I think maybe he just had a growth spurt in the hyperbolic time chamber because before he went in there, he was shorter.
He was a little shorter, yeah.
Yeah.
But Goku waited until he was like, 14 or so before he got... Because I think there was a 3-year period where he was training with Kami before the last tournament where he fought Piccolo.
Yeah, but also you got to think, like, that was back in the day, man, where, like, I mean, think about it now. Like, how long has Family Guy been on the air and Stewie's still a baby? I mean, like...
Hey, Maggie. The Simpsons.
Yeah, even better. Even better.
Because that's been on longer.
So maybe that was just, like, the standard. I mean, like, he didn't want to age him up or make him taller at first.
You can clearly tell a difference between Goku in the first and the second tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
You really can. From the time he's fighting Jackie Chun to the time he's fighting Tien, there's a big difference. I mean, you can tell he's grown about a foot. His arms are longer.
Yeah, I still think, though, like, I think the way you have to watch Super is you got to get Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z completely out of your mind. Because rules are not the same. The rules are not the same at all.
I think there are a few things that are different, yes.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are different.
I think there are a few things that are different.
I mean, scaling is a big one.
I don't agree for the most part.
You don't. Why?
As far as there were a few things in the Tournament of Power I will agree with. I know we always keep on going back to that sparring session between Krillin and Goku. And the thing is, I mean, you know for a fact that if Goku went full power, there is no way Krillin could stand anything.
Okay, so that's not even like the big one to me. The big one to me is fucking Master Roshi.
Yeah.
That is the big one to me.
Yeah.
He should not even have been remotely close to being able to handle anybody in that fucking tournament.
Yeah, but most of that wasn't anything to do with power. I mean, that was just being smart and outmaneuvering shit and then Mafumba and everybody.
You shouldn't be able to outmaneuver somebody that should be fucking thousands of times faster than you.
True. The only thing I can say is the only thing that was stated was that he had been training. Now, it is true that, yeah, by the time you get to, like, let's say 3/4 of the way through Dragon Ball. Because, I mean, I still am under the impression that if he wanted to, he probably could have beat Tien in that tournament. Because he stepped out. But I think he probably could have.
Maybe.
But at that point, from then on out, everybody pretty much just outpassed that guy. He stopped training. He stopped doing everything. At the same time, he's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and he is an excellent martial artist. So, I mean, I don't know. But I agree he should not have... Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that's... Whether you agree with the rest of, the points for scaling, you at least agree with that one, which is evident that there's a scaling issue.
I said there were... I agreed that there were some.
Okay.
I just don't think it's quite as pronounced as you make it out to be a lot of the time.
I mean, you know me. I over-exaggerate, things here and there.
I mean, the other thing is, I mean, we can say that these are strong people, but, I mean, we don't know anything about the power level of anybody from the other universes in the tournament.
It's safe to assume that
now
Frieza...
Yeah.
Is stronger than Roshi.
Yes.
And he should not have even been able to, like, remotely hold his own against Frieza.
I don't think he did.
He did.
I don't think he did.
He, did not die.
He almost died.
But he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And he was taking hits that he shouldn't have been able to take.
But if you want to go with that and you want to compare it back to Z, how many times did you see Hercule get the shit knocked out of him? And not nearly as strong as Master Roshi. Get smacked into a mountain by Cell, all this, and then get up and be fine.
Okay. I will give you that. I will give you that. But there's a reason for it. He's like he's the comic relief of Dragon Ball Z. He just is.
That's the world champ.
He's the world champ.
That's right, I'm the champ.
I'm the champ. Good Lord. But no, I mean I'll give you that. That is a fair point. I don't know, man. I just and I really hate the fucking Goku Jiren fight. Jiren should have been dog walked as soon as he fucking hit that last Ultra Instinct. Dog walked.
Well, I mean, he practically was until that very, very last, when Frieza was taunting him and he was down on his knee getting ready to give up, and then he stood up and got whatever that last bit of everything.
And he shouldn't have been able to do that.
I agree, but how many times have we seen Goku do that exact thing?
But that's Goku. Like, that's what he's supposed to do.
Well, yeah, but that's Jiren. Apparently, he's the Goku from that universe, effectively.
But we didn't grow up. We didn't watch Jiren grow up. We don't know his story. Like,
that's true.
It shouldn't be that way.
I understand. But, I mean, I can't say one person can do it and the other people can't.
I mean, that's fair. I like Super, but I have to
call out the bullshit.
I do have to call out the bullshit. And I really think that it was meant for... I don't think... There's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's just pandering, it's just pandering.
You've said that before.
I have said that before. But I realize now what it actually is. What it is it wasn't pandering to the old fans. I mean, maybe a little bit. Because, let's face it, anytime...
We wanted more.
Yeah, anytime anything new with Dragon Ball comes out, it's like, all right, yeah, I gotta see this. Gotta know about it.
Well, yeah.
But I think it was a way to get the newer generation into Dragon Ball.
All 4 of the movies, like Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Broly, and Superhero, I went to the theaters to go see.
And they're all really good. They're all fantastic.
I'm telling you, man. Seeing it in the theater, though, it's amazing.
I would imagine. I've never seen any kind of Dragon Ball thing in the theater.
It's amazing. And the thing is, everybody else in that theater is just as much of a fan as you are, except for the girlfriends that got brought along.
Yeah.
And when something awesome happens, you can feel it. Like, everybody there's like, yes! And it's good.
Yeah. No, I just...
Like, even when, Battle of Gods, when Vegeta's like that, my blah, blah, everybody was like, oh!
Yeah, I mean, because, in the movie, just fucking watching, Super Saiyan 3 Goku get fucking cast aside like he's fucking nothing.
Flicked.
But then watching, Vegeta, just regular Super Saiyan, get punched in the face and just powering through it.
And power through it.
Yeah.
And actually get a punch.
Yeah, fucking Vegeta's a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with Vegeta.
Well, I mean, you didn't ever really follow the manga stuff, so you don't...
It's true.
You don't know about Ultra Ego Vegeta.
I know plenty about Ultra Ego Vegeta.
Do you?
Yeah.
What you know?
It's Ultra Ego. It's all cool.
Yeah, explain it.
It's purple.
Well, yeah, but what about
it? I don't know, everything about it.
Well, you understand Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
That's your body moving without you thinking of it.
Yeah.
And it's just running on,
Instinct, yeah.
Ultra Ego, on the other hand, it is every bit of damage that he receives multiplies his power level.
That's fucking cool.
So every bit of damage he gets stronger and faster. It just sucks. It's like a double-edged sword because you can only take
Zenkai just in general.
Yeah, but it's like every single bit of damage you get is taking you up.
Not just
so it sucks because eventually it's gonna his body is not gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah.
But it keeps multiplying in just every bit of damage until it's just insane.
Yeah, if anybody's gonna have that, it should be Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all purple and shit.
And cool. He knows instant transmission now.
What?
He went and trained with the Ardrats.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He
That's
very
cool.
rarely uses it because he feels like he's ripping off Goku, but he don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But he can.
But he can. That's cool.
Oh, there's good shit in the manga. And not all of it's great though, because like I said, you go back, you want to talk about Roshi and Tournament of Power. They got him dodging Jiren a few times.
Who, Vegeta?
Roshi.
No.
In the manga,
That's so
they said
stupid.
because it's with how in tune with his body and everything he is. It said it's practically like his own version of Ultra Instinct in a sense.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm in tune with my body, so I can do this, and blah, 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 blah. I'm sure Jiren's fucking in tune with his body, too, and his body's a whole lot better than Master Roshi's.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit.
But as far as the just, I guess, being that centered that you can, without thinking.
And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not bashing on Roshi. Like, I love Roshi.
I love Roshi.
I absolutely love Roshi.
You've seen me. I did that for Halloween last year.
You did. I
I think it looked good, too.
Yeah. I have no problem with Roshi.
We could edit that in.
But you have to keep Roshi within his own element.
Yeah.
Because it's not... I think a lot of it has to do with people going, why is it always all about Goku and the Saiyans? Why can't it be about these people? Blah, blah, blah. And I think that's why we get a lot of this shit.
I agree, but I mean, it sucks having that big of a cast and none of those people having any time to shine. I understand why they don't, and it makes sense. But, especially if you've been watching since Dragon Ball, even somebody like Tien or Yamcha or anybody like that, it sucks that they never hardly have their moment anymore.
And
I understand why it happens.
then they should have done something about it when it made sense for them to do something about it.
I agree, but I mean, occasionally having... That was one of the things I liked about Superhero, though.
Superhero was good.
Yeah, but that's one of the things about that. You got Goku and Vegeta on the planet fighting each other and training with Broly, and they don't even have anything to do with the main thing. It's just everybody else handling it.
Just fucking, yeah. No, it is good.
And that was one of the things I liked about it. I mean, it still came down to Gohan, for the most part, but still.
And don't get me wrong, dude. Gohan Beast is really fucking cool. But Orange Piccolo is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And
I always loved Piccolo.
Well, and that's the thing, is like, I've never been really a big Piccolo fan.
Piccolo's my guy. Everybody has their main person that Piccolo's always been my guy.
Yeah, I have to admit, dude, like, whenever I first saw it, I'm like, it's about fucking time Piccolo got something. I was like, and it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
Well, I mean, he was always smart. He was like the tactician out of everybody, and seeing him finally getting... And Piccolo, he would pass up people. It was like he was as strong as Goku, and then all of a sudden, all the Saiyan stuff happened, and he died, but then by the time he came back and did Nail, he was stronger than everybody.
Yeah.
And then when he fused with Kami, he was the strongest person again.
Yeah.
But then for a long time, he wasn't. So it was good to see him catch back up again.
Yeah. And hopefully they utilize that going forward a little bit more.
I hope so.
Yeah. I need to get really caught up on Daima.
I am now.
Damn it.
7 episodes, I think.
You gave me your Crunchyroll stuff. I need to get in there and watch it.
I think it's episode 7, and I can't wait for episode 8 now, because 7 it stopped right before something I wanted to see.
Don't tell me.
I'm waiting
don't
for
tell
it.
me. Man,
I'm enjoying the hell out of Daima. It's slow, but I don't care. It's good.
from the
one episode.
Yeah, I need to see more. It's gorgeous. It's fucking so fucking pretty.
You saw the one episode, and I made you watch that one fight scene.
Yeah, it looked good.
Oh, it did. That was one of the things. You go back and watch Dragon Ball, it really seemed like that was a martial arts show. Like, the choreography was good. Mm-hmm. And then when you get to Z, not that Z's bad, I love Z, but it just got to them like pew, 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 all over the sky, and then it would show the flurry of punches, but it seemed like the choreography wasn't there for the most part. Everything's moving so fast.
Z was mainly about the blasts.
And Daima goes back to the actual fighting.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Yeah, you got Dragon Ball, which, like you says, it's really about the martial arts, the actual fighting. Z was about the different techniques. And then you got Super, which is just... I don't know what Super's about. Super was about, our animation's better, and, oh, look, it's blue, it's blue. It's cool.
You know what my only thing that I really disliked about Super?
What?
Trunks with the spirit sword.
I didn't like that either. Did not.
I loved that whole arc except for that.
Yeah.
Because I don't, we talk about like Roshi shouldn't be that strong. Trunks shouldn't be that fucking strong.
No, I agree.
He was just at 2.
Yeah,
I mean,
fully
he
agree.
got up to 2, but that's as far as he got. So I'm sorry,
Scaling.
you don't get angry and then all of a sudden be stronger than a blue.
No, absolutely not.
You
And he was.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it was practically like a Broly type of thing because his eyes went white and he got all angry and berserk on it. But no,
Just
no.
No, and I fully agree. And again, that's a scaling issue.
And again, I'm saying I'm not saying they didn't have any.
No,
I'm
they did, though. I know.
I just dislike that. I'm sorry, but he didn't have any training with the Spirit Bomb. The only person who knows Spirit Bomb is Goku, so he shouldn't have been able to pull all that into a sword.
I fully agree.
And Goku never formed it into a sword or anything. It was just a big ball. It was stupid.
It was stupid.
It was stupid. It was really stupid. But I like James Marsters.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He did a good job.
Zamasu?
He did a good job.
Yeah. As soon as I heard his voice, man, I was like, I know this voice. Man, I know this voice. And then a couple hours later, I'm like, Spike! It's fucking James Marsters. Hell yeah.
It's like, it's Piccolo.
No, it's not. No, the fuck it's not.
That's funny.
Oh, fucking Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I swear, I know this is egotistical, but I could make a good live-action Dragon Ball movie.
I have no doubt that if we had the fucking budget, yes.
If we were in charge of it.
Oh, yes. It'd be so good.
I mean, get somebody else for, like, cinematography and all that type of crap, but as far as crafting the story and how it goes...
Okay, and I gotta ask you a question. Because I've seen a lot of shorts, live-action shorts that are fan-made on YouTube.
Sure, go ahead.
And I've had this debate with people.
I'm interested.
Okay.
I think I have a feeling where it's going, but I'm interested.
What kind of people would you cast as the Saiyans?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
They're aliens.
Exactly.
I mean, now, do I think Chi-Chi should be Asian?
Yes. 100%.
Do I think Krillin should be, like, Buddhist-looking?
Yes.
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 But the Saiyans? No, it doesn't matter. You can have a white guy as a Saiyan.
Yes, you can.
They're aliens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's because everyone ever talked to about the, like with Dragon Ball Evolution, like one of the main things that people know. Well, you got Yamcha. He's Asian. That's normal. Why wasn't Goku? Goku's fucking Japanese. No, he's not. He came from space.
Exactly.
I don't think there's a space Asia floating up there somewhere.
Well, it might be. There was a space Australia.
There was a space Australia. But no.
Space dingo ate my space baby.
Gotta go to the store to get some space milk.
We get it. You're from space.
The majestic space duck.
Quack. I know that's abridged, but still.
Yeah, it counts. It's
practically.
It's more canon than GT. I know it's not technically, but
Well, technically, they got a couple of those people to do voices on the Xenoverse games.
that's cool.
They did for some of the creative characters. Like, you can pick one of their voices.
That's fantastic.
I think 2 of their voices, actually.
Man.
And not just that, but when they went to, they said when they went back to redub Z, like however long ago they did that, they were going to hire them to do the reenactment of the Cell games at the tournament. You know, when they had the big mascot heads.
Yeah, that would have been so
They
fucking
hired
good.
they were going to hire him for that. Chris Sabat was all for it. He talked to him. They were going to do it.
Sean kiboshed it, didn't he?
No, it was Toei.
Okay.
Because they had all the copyright strikes against them and stuff,
Yeah.
and they didn't want him to do it, and they were the ones that said no. I know Sean hates him,
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say if anybody did it, it was Sean. Probably is what I was thinking.
no, he just feels like they're making fun of his art.
They're not though.
I know.
I mean, parody isn't it like the greatest form of flattery?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I guess I could kind of understand if there was something that I pretty much considered my life work, and
you were just super proud of it.
I was super proud of it, and all of a sudden, the people were trying to get me to do lines that other people did that were funny, that wasn't my guy, that I put all that time.
Yeah, I get that.
I would be upset.
That's understandable. But still, man, I mean, like, don't be a dick about it. Like,
Yeah, but like at the time I seen him get pissed off, it's because everybody kept trying to get him to say muffin button.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably be a little annoyed too.
I understand.
Yeah,
It sucks because I love Abridged, but I understand.
that's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
this has been a good talk.
it's been interesting. I mean, we had Dragon Ball for like the last 20 minutes probably, but
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I love Dragon Ball.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah. So, I guess
3D!
Wah! You're just bad as Terry. But now, this has been another episode of
The Rigmarole Podcast.
with Dolph and James.
I'm James.
I'm Dolph.
And don't be a Nazi.
Don't be a Nazi.